Hey, what's
Yo,
going on?
chilling, man. What's going on?
I'm just taking it easy, one day at a time. Don't know what you can do best these days.
I hear you. And we are live right now.
Yeah, they should be coming in shortly. I believe that for sure. I'll let them know about it.
I hear you. And we are live.
Let me move whatever echo I see here. Okay, that's better. This. Oh, boys. So, how was your day today?
Just busy, man. Just working. Working.
I can't imagine. I woke up around what 12 noon.
Oh yeah.
You got an echo? Hey, wow, how you doing?
What's going on? What's going on?
Yeah, that's my. I call that guy my elder. You might want to mute the YouTube on your end.
Yeah, I closed it. You still hear the echo?
Slightly. Let me see my end. No more echoes? Good. Echoes gone. Hey, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to episode 5. Hey, Just Jay, how you doing? Uh, this is my co-host, my partner, Marvin Smith. We work together, so many projects together.
What's
To
going
him,
on,
I'm
people?
to him, I'm not at the workhorse. In other words, I work myself to the ground.
Yep.
Am I wrong?
Hardest working man in the IT field right now.
Hey, I love what I do. So we want to do a recap from episode 4. We have not uploaded yet because we're still working on it. We were talking about burnout, which is what Marvin informed me, according to the CDC, it considered as a pandemic.
Yes. So let me jump back into it just for a little bit from the past episode. So burnout in itself, um, the CDC described it as like a mental disease, but not a mental disease you could catch. It's just something you kind of inflict on yourself just from being overworked, overstressed, and then so many things within that. The way how they see it is that you could get rid of it by just, good time management, organizing yourself. But when you got so many factors in life, like, bills, life, parenting, you know, co-workers, co-people you deal with within life, there's so many factors that could just, bear down on you and cause you to get stressed out. And then that's where the burnout effect comes in because most people don't know they're getting burnt out. Is just because that, they don't understand what's going on within their world for them to say, hey, I need to take a step back and realize that, I'm getting burnt out from the job. The smallest things could get you upset. Somebody saying something wrong at the job, your paycheck not looking right. So all of these factors are blending into the whole burnout factor.
Let's not forget they're combining titles, whereby the
Yeah.
workload is over compound because a lot of us out here who work in the IT field, we can confess that when we get these jobs, we sign on to the contract, what we're going to do. They give us a list of requirement, what we're going to have or what we're going to require to do on the job. But when we get in, they add extra that they not even let us know in advance. So you find yourself working yourself harder than you thought you're supposed to be, and you get spread thin.
Exactly. Exactly.
And I remember when we were talking about different jobs on high tier, mid tier, low tier, what kind of job would have mental burnout. We mentioned about the nurses, the people that work
Yeah.
in the hospital. Because I
Mm.
remember working in Amherst Hospital and Bellevue Hospital. They be having these weird shifts, like what 12-hour shift, and they had to work like 3 or 4 days in a week. Sometimes they do a double shift. I'm like, how you do a 24-hour shift? But it had to be done when they're low on manpower. We talk
Yeah.
about construction workers. Now,
Construction workers.
it depends what company you're working for. There's some company where they have 24-hour construction and they need certain people on hand. You can imagine the amount of mental and physical stress being compounded. We had teachers, we had bankers. As we were naming these jobs, we were looking at what would lead them to get burnt out from their job. What would lead them want to quit? What would lead them want to walk away? Because on a high tier level, like the nurses, like the police officers, like the construction worker, and we put the parent on top of that. The level of burnout can get like my brother here, Vaughn, I call him my elder. He said the medical field can be quite stressful, and I've seen it
Yeah.
firsthand. It is not a joke. I'm telling you guys, there's a job out there that it's like it's sucking the life out of you,
Yep. Yep.
literally. And as an IT guy working in a hospital, and I watch these nurses, you're lifting patient. Some of these patients may weigh over 200, 300 pounds. If you don't have the proper lifting technique, you can pull your back out. You can pull a muscle. You can create all kind
Exactly.
of injury upon yourself. Then on compounding with the God forbid the event and a lot of patients coming in from a disaster happened. And you had to be moving real quick to imagine what they had to go through. Same thing with construction worker. Construction worker, well, I've seen it firsthand. There's no joke. If there's
Yeah.
a deadline you got to get to, and everybody got to get on top of their queue, you on a high rise, got a shopper on, and you got to make sure to make no mistakes. Ooh, just to put it right there. My mother worked in a spinal cord injury for over 30 years.
That's crazy. Damn.
So, so you can see the audience understand what we're talking about because this is legitimately real.
Yeah. It's a real thing. It's a real thing. I mean, like we touch base with, like, police officers, and just Jay, you were saying corrections. I believe it's mandatory overtime for corrections. So yeah, man, a lot of things like that could lead to burnout.
And we forgot about that, the correctional officer.
Yeah, we
We
forgot
mentioned
about
police officer, but we forget about correctional officer when you work in the prison.
yeah,
That's high pressure for I don't understand how people does this.
yeah, man. I mean,
Because I did security as a security guy in some area. I did security in the corporate sector. The corporate sector it can be a little bit stressful, but not as stressful as a police officer nor a correctional officer. I can imagine you dealing with prisoners and you can't not take your eye off them. You gotta keep watch on everything that goes on around you. You gotta be
yeah.
24 hours. You gotta be like aware 24/7 if you're in that area. You can imagine that. And I find that weird. Okay,
I mean,
volunteer you say work
I,
in an operating room. I don't know how you guys do it in an operating room. You gotta
mandatory
be
overtime
delicate.
operating room. Yeah,
You have to be delicate and you cannot mess up. A person life is in your hands.
wearing technical boots all day.
So imagine you have people coming in here who can relate to what we are talking about because
Yeah, man.
it's not like it's not an isolated issue. It is all across the board.
Yeah,
They're sharing out about construction work we didn't even know about. We could talk about working in I did replace some in the operating room. I can only imagine if the operation lasts for 2, 3, 4, 8, 10 hours, depend on the nature of the operation.
yeah,
And you have to be precise. You cannot mess up because a person life in your hand. Imagine how much trust built up on that. Then we have school teachers. Well, I guess teachers is credit because that's more like a mid level of
yeah. You're saying
IT. IT.
IT. Yeah, IT. It's like, um, yeah, it's the same way. So imagine, like, I want to give a little backstory. So
Go ahead.
my first year out of school, from my IT technical school, whatever, got a job. I was the IT guy for an entire school. Now, when I say entire school, it's not. It wasn't a big campus, like a little private school, upstate. But the whole factor. Think about if you're dealing with like maybe 100 teachers plus faculty plus additional staff, not enough equipment, and you gotta be the person to run cat 5 cables through the attics. I did all that. First year out of school. I was just like, I was eager to do it, yeah, but it was just like that's where I got the first tasting of like what this field was gonna be like. You're understaffed, you're overworked, you don't got the budget for new equipment, so you gotta make old computers work until that new budget kicks in. So yeah, man, it's
It sounds similar to my first IT job.
yeah,
My
man.
first IT job, I was doing on call, but I don't call it the major one. The major one after that was the Border Ed and Dell. Now, I want you guys to listen to this. There'll be a bunch of tech. We have five different teams. We have the New York, we have the Brooklyn team, the Bronx, Queens, Staten Island, and Manhattan.
Yeah,
We had to be at this school around 7:30, 8 a.m. God forbid you have one tractor trailer, 18-wheeler truck coming in.
yeah,
Imagine it was two. We had
yeah,
to unload all the computers, all the laptop, all the printers, vary from the small to the transformer printers.
yeah.
Then you have the projectors. Now we get everything back into the parking lot of the school. The school got no elevators.
No, damn.
Listen again. I say it again. The school got no
No,
elevator.
no elevators.
The room we had to install in are mostly on the third, fourth, and fifth floor.
Yeah.
So tell me how you'd carry about 2 to 4,000 pieces of equipment to these floors. And I'll get the catch up for you. I'll get that one later. But imagine you got to get these things done.
Yeah, yeah.
We had to do
So
chain of command, carry these machines up each flight. When we're supposed to go on the third floor, we had to mark it out before we start moving them. But wait
yeah,
for the third floor, it's for the third floor. We tack it to one side. Wait for the fourth floor, it's for the fourth floor. Wait for the fifth floor, in the fifth floor. Now school is going on.
exactly.
The
Yep.
student are in class or the teacher moving about. So we had to time our effort and everything. We lifting heavy ass equipment. Now these big printers weigh about between 80 to 115 pound variation.
Yeah.
So imagine, see how people could not even lift the printer. Me and three other guys, we had to carry the printer on the back. And there was a
Damn.
technique to go, but you had to swing it around, put
Yeah.
it back.
Put
Now,
it back.
these school stairwells are not big. They're kind of with a kind of smallish in a way. So
Yeah.
you have to lean to a certain angle, let that weight rest on your back. You come and bring them to the third floor, bring them to the fourth, bring them to the fifth floor. We had to unbox the machine. We had to
Yeah.
plug it in, configure it to the Wi-Fi. The administrator PC, oh, it's a whole ball game. There's a bunch of configurations you have to put to make sure they link to the main headquarters. So
Exactly.
they're dealing with the payroll.
And then imagine a ticket comes in, high priority ticket comes in. You got to stop what
Oh,
you're doing, deal with that high priority ticket, and that high priority ticket may last for about 2 hours. Then you got to get back to work doing what you got to do. So yeah, man.
so that task lasts from 7:30, 8 o'clock to like 6 o'clock in the evening.
Yeah,
Straight.
yeah. I
We
know
would,
those
if we do take a break, we can't take a break for too long. That's the
exactly.
problem.
You just catching a 15 just to swallow your lunch and get back to work. So
You telling me, man, I was losing it to the point whereby I could not take it no more.
yeah,
That's how bad it is.
but that's what we're talking about. The whole IT field in general is just, I mean, certain things have gotten better, but what was about the job? kept you.
I won't say better. No, 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 no.
No,
For
you
what
don't
I'm
think
saying,
it's gotten better?
it depends on what position you pick up.
Yeah.
Now, if you're a web developer, what I'm seeing, working at Estee Lauder, they were pushing the guy to the extreme, which was
Hmm.
unfair.
Yeah.
That was the problem. And I was like, okay, how you expect these things to work? And I was like, you know what? It's not gonna. I remember I was doing some no P2 refresh. That's the term we use.
Yeah.
At the time when we take P2 refresh, we were replacing these people machine. The first refresh I thought it was from Windows XP to Windows 7,
Yeah.
and I was dealing with developers and web designers. Now, some of these guys are funny. The one in particular guy, he had three PC on the desk. I put to take all three. He had one that he's using that's running. He had one chained to the desk.
Yeah.
Keyword chained to the desk.
Yeah.
Then he got another one. Now I gotta get to security my personnel to come in and to unlock it because the security person has to have the key. Now, if the guy's not around, we gotta wait until he come back. And we
Uh-huh.
gotta let the guy know that according to the higher up, the PT have to go. He was like, oh, I got so much data that's why then you got to back it up.
Yeah.
They say they give you a server space. When you're done with developer, they'll drive you nuts. So they get
I've
the
dealt with
high
them.
end PC. We have to make sure we do the cabling, make everything neat. In a corporate tech, basically in the banking firm, if the cabling is not done neatly, there's a problem.
Yeah. Yeah.
So they empathize with cable management. Everything got to be neat. We got to tie it out up here and there. I got to make sure the monitor is working properly. I made sure the keyboard set the certain way, the mouse set the certain way, everything. Yeah, we got to clean the area. Now I've been to UBS, which is another bank. These investment bankers, they are no jokes. They could be a real slob, and we
Oh,
had to do like 20 to 40 machine a night.
yeah.
I gotta go in, make sure the profile is up to date, because I have to call a roaming profile. If the roaming profile is not up to date, it'd be crazy. So we had to back them up,
Yeah.
put an old machine there, put a new machine, use crossover cable, get it done. Then from there, after it's done, you swap out the machine, put it in the machine, make sure everything's working, make sure the login's working, make sure the map to the printer. That's one. You do the same thing to 19 other or 39 other. And then
39
take
other
out a small
machines.
team.
Yeah.
Let's get a small team, like 4 or 5 people, between 20 to 40 machines. How many machines per person we have to do? Now, me, I was already more to fiction ones. I don't stick with 5 machines a night. I'll do like maybe 8 or 12 machines a night.
Yeah.
It get out of hand.
Yeah.
I'll do way too much number. They'll say, "Oh, slow down, slow down. You're making it look too easy." I'm like, I am not trying to be here 2 o'clock in the morning. We in
Exactly.
New York City.
Yeah.
Everybody know New York City. You do not want to be caught
You
after an hour taking the
depending
subway trying to get home.
depending on what train line too. Nah, man. Nah. You do not want to get caught out there late at night. That's a whole different world. That
And
is
God forbid you're a woman.
yeah. So yeah, imagine we guys we're telling you, depending on what train line, the time of night, you don't want to get caught out there. So imagine if you're a female driving home 2, 3 o'clock in the morning. Yeah, man, I've seen some shit on the subways that'll make your hair turn gray.
I'm not gonna lie. I always try to make sure I do not come home late because one, God forbid, there is some construction. For what I remember, MTA has always been in construction for almost 15 years straight, and they're
Yeah,
never done.
MTA has
And
has
then and they're never done. That's
they're
what
never
pissed me
done.
off about it. I'll be killing myself trying to make sure I beat the 12 o'clock midnight cut line because after 12 a.m., it goes straight to the drain. You miss one train, you wait for 1 45 minutes to an hour for the next one before you get home.
Yep, yep,
Now, if you do get the train got to take a different route. That route maybe take even longer. So imagine that stress buildup. You have people trying to rush to get home. And you're dealing with these type of high pressure job. So we were doing 20 machine a night. They found out we did too good. They added the 30 machine a night. We did too well.
Extra.
They make it 40 machine a night.
Yeah.
Now here's the thing: UBS project was about a 15,000 machine deployment job.
Yeah.
Now they assume it would take 6 months. No, it took them
No.
2.5 years.
No. Because you can't assume for first of all, there's no I remember that the project, there's no accountability of what software is running on every machine. There
Hmm.
wasn't any list. Two, you don't know what type of data the person has on there. I've been there where people store their personal photos on companies' machines and shit like that. That which is crazy. But yeah, it's just you can't.
That's what a major no-no.
Yeah, but people still do it.
Yeah, but here the problem: we get in trouble for that.
Yeah.
They put their personal pictures on their company laptop,
Uh huh.
and we're responsible for get rid of it. And we have to convince them. I gotta tell a user, ma'am, you're not two blocks down the Microsoft store. You can buy an internal hard drive. Go over there, whatever it costs, get like a 2 terabyte. Come back, connect it to the laptop. Back of all that back then when they didn't block people used to put external hard drive.
Yeah.
Move all the picture out of there completely because there was a time when I was on another project. They didn't give nobody no warning. They let the people know ahead of time. You got anything on your personal on your company people, they're not going to be there. Get rid of it now because when they come to replace the machine, it will be gone.
Yeah.
So so many people was lucky. I have them back over like what 20 to 40 gig of pictures and video. I'm like,
Yeah.
this
Yeah,
is
man.
company laptops. So then another project I worked on. Oh gosh, they gave me one of these light ass laptops, very fragile. I looked at it. I looked at my manager. Is this what you ordered for these people? He said, "What?" I said, "What? I give you less than 2 weeks. You're gonna be breaking." He's like, "No, no." I said, "Trust me, they're gonna break it." Okay.
Yeah.
We
Yeah.
deployed them. Less than 4 days for you to come back. Oh, I broke this. And no, I broke that. I hold a laptop, looked him in the face like this. He looked at me and looked up to the ceiling. I wonder. I don't know why y'all getting these light laptops because they're not 30th.
Yeah.
It was a I think it was a Toshiba laptop. You remember?
Yeah.
They ordered about 500 of these because they have like about 400 laptop users. And we would give them in less than 3 months about 82 was broken. You know how much money that cost for the company?
Yeah. But most companies, they usually write that stuff off. So
I know they do, but they're looking at how these laptops getting broken so easy.
yeah.
And I told them it's not solid. You give it to the user, and they can be killers. So imagine do that for that was Sprint. I did that for. The banking firm was the worst one because when we played on laptop, we played on desktop, they're in huge number. In 4 months, we played about almost what 1,000 from multiple teams alone. And this big ass building, 42 floors. The room setup is not always that simple. We got to get everything done. God forbid they're doing construction.
Yeah.
They moved the network. We gotta wait until 2 hours later before we get back and make sure everything be confirmed before we leave the building. I mean, one time I got stranded in Weehawken.
You got
I
trapped in
walked
Weehawken?
stranded.
Damn.
I had to walk from Weehawken to Hoboken to
Hoboken.
catch the PATH train
Yeah.
to get into Times Square and wait for the 2 or 3 train to get home.
Yeah.
By the time I got home, it's like almost 4 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah,
But I
man.
gotta be back at 11.
At 11. Yeah. Yeah, man. I know Weehawken. I've been out there, and that walk that's a serious walk.
And I gotta come back do the same thing all over again. And I was made the lead.
Yeah.
They told me to be there at night. I tell you, want me to be there at 9 o'clock a.m. to 2 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah.
I don't live in New Jersey. I live in Brooklyn. You know how many transport I gotta go through to get in here and
Yeah.
leave out at the same time? I don't even got a car. So you can imagine these thing goes on.
Yeah.
Now, God forbid you're the desktop support level 2, level 3, and working for a fashion company.
Yeah.
and you bounce around from one building to another. But I was working with two buildings. I was working next door to you at the law firm.
Yeah.
When you see me going around like crazy, I was knocked out like 15 issues here in one building. As I go to the other building, take care of four more issues. As I'm carrying my laptop with me, trying to write out all these tickets, come right back, do the same thing to the main building, going back and forth. The next one, oh, I need to go down to West 23rd Street.
Yeah.
I got to jump on the train with a laptop in my backpack, get on the train quickly, run out to West 23rd Street, fix one executive machine. Once that was done, I gotta go right back on the train, come back to the main building. Now, guys, these what data support level 2, level 3 had to go through. We are bouncing around from building to building. Like people think, oh, you got an easy job. You on the computer sitting down.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I've gotten that. Oh, I'm on the computer sitting down. Really. We got a question that came in from M Mills.
Okay.
Uh, what type of hard drive is good for a backup?
What,
Pictures, backing up pictures and music.
what's your view?
Um,
Nice.
no mechanical hard drives. The best hard drives right now are solid state, MVE. You got some portable drives from Samsung. Samsung portable drives are good. Um,
Samsung's good.
yeah,
HP, no. Samsung, Western Digital, they're the two top brands.
yeah,
Now you got to be careful about price. We have a cheap one for 500 gig. We have one for 1 terabyte. Got one for 2 terabyte. Now, when we come to buying these solid state hard drive, you got to be careful where you put them at. You can't have a little this all over the place. And the connection.
yeah,
Be careful of the connector. I've seen a lot of people damage their solid state hard drive connector or their external mechanical hard drive. Because once that thing bent, you're screwed.
yeah. So no, nothing mechanical. If somebody's trying to sell you a mechanical hard drive for pictures and movies, nah. It's best to get one of the solid states, one of the NVE drives, something portable, so you could always just plug it in, plug it out, because those are the best. They're
Uh,
actually designed for constant moving and things like that.
but these days we have thumb drive that come in big sizes. Now we have one for 64 gigs, you have one 128, 256,
Yeah,
512 gig of thumb
512.
drive, and they're very portable. This one is a flexible one.
Okay.
I have all different types. There's one that have an encryption password where you can put a password on it and
Yeah.
encrypt it. Nobody can go behind your back and unlock your thumb drive. And they vary based on your budget. Now, I would tell you when buying an external hard drive, compare the prices first. We have Micro Center, we have Best Buy, we have PT Richard. Depending on where you at. In my area, I go to Micro Center the most because they have the best prices and they compete with everybody else. There's New Egg, Amazon has it. Now you can get these things for cheap on Amazon. I'm not gonna lie to you. But be careful about the name brand. I support Samsung and Western Digital. There is Seagate and there's other brand, but I'm not too secure to say they're good to use. Because me,
Yeah.
I'm a hardware junkie. I test a lot of different hardware, and I know which one works best, which one does not work best. So to me, I would tell you guys my personal point of view: either be a Samsung or Western Digital. That's about it. Scanned
Yeah.
it. I had my fair with them. Sometimes they're good, sometimes they're not good. So I stay away from Scandus. What about you, Marvin?
I like Samsung. I have two Samsung portable 1 terabyte drives. I
Hmm.
could just drop them in whatever bag I got, connect them to a PC. They work, no issues. And yeah, I like Samsung for anything portable hard drive.
Anyone got any more questions before we go further? Or did you guys forget? Oh. Now,
Lightning port connection is actually good because that's
for
that's
Mac
Apple's
for Mac
for
users,
yeah, that technology is actually coming over to PCs now. So
yeah, they
Apple's
record that for the newer laptop that coming out, newer
yeah.
lineups, not for the
So
older ones.
Apple's taking a little piece of the PC business for the Lightning port.
What about for
Um,
Mac user? What would they use for their backup?
um, Mac users got the iCloud, so most people I know. I very rarely see. Depends on if you're like really into like video editing, photo touch ups. I've seen a few external hard drives, but nothing to where it stands out to me.
To me, with G Drive, my brother he used to be a minister, and he used to back up some of his teaching videos, and he'll purchase the G Drive, and they're mostly familiar for people who do with a huge amount of file. They editing their video, they upload the video on the web whatsoever. Good question. How much storage will you need? Now it depends on how much pictures and media do
Yeah,
you have to back up. Now, me personally, I'm one of the guys who like to watch Japanese animation movies. Now I got a 4 terabyte hard drive. It gets filled up quickly than you think because of the video format.
yeah,
Now, to me, I would suggest go for a 8 gigabyte hard drive just to start. That will last you for a couple of years. You want to say that a couple of years, you're able to go through the file, you able to make a choice if you want to keep it or you want to delete it. Now you have more than enough space, you're not gonna run out. Now if you're downloading a lot of movies and stuff like that, then you gotta be careful because based on the video format, the format could either be small or it could be large.
yeah.
Some video format, if it's 2K or 4K video format, it will be a large file. And they do take a space and they add up over time. So that's why
Um,
I suggest get an 8 terabyte hard drive to start off. What about you?
M M Mills, you gotta look at it like this. Like, how many years of photos do you have? That's where you start off with. How many years of
Mm,
photos, pictures, videos, things like
good
that.
question.
Yeah. And then I would say if you got like at least 2 3 years worth of pictures and photos and things like that, um, go with a 1 terabyte just to be safe, because 1 terabytes are actually coming down in size now because they're rolling out the higher terabytes just to be on the safe side. But you got to look at it within how many years of pictures and movies I have that I want to keep safe. So the
Now, I was looking at just GTA. I was looking at the Lightning port drive like that for my phone. Now, here the real talk about it. I noticed I had an issue with like Samsung. I'm a Samsung guy. I got a Note 10 Plus. The latest one, S22 Ultra, they do no more solid state hard drive. Not solid state, sorry, SD card. And I got a pet peeve behind them because, for one, there are some people who take tons of pictures.
yeah,
512, you can take a picture just like this. And I
yeah,
always suggest to have an SD card so that you can just put it in, back them on an SD card. When you're done, you can take it out and put another one in case you need more space.
yeah,
Now, they do have the type of mobile hard drive for cell phone.
yeah.
And with
I've seen a few where it's actually like you'll get a case, and the external SD slot is kind of built into the case. I've
mhm.
seen a few of those, but nothing too reliable as far as brands.
Now, I would suggest this: if you are an Android user, set up your Google Drive. When you
Yeah.
set up your Google Drive, set up whereby they give you an option whereby you keep the regular format or you do the format where you give unlimited space. Do
Hmm.
that way first. Now, you might get like maybe 15 or 20 gigs. If that's not enough, I have what I call a 100 gig subscription for my Google Drive. And it's like, what, I think $1.99 a month,
Yeah. Yeah.
which is not bad. I would suggest that for Android users. For iPhone, you have the iCloud. I don't know how to go about the pricing. I don't have iPhone, so I wouldn't.
Pricing is pretty much the same. Like, I think 199, you get 50 gigs extra storage plus what's on your phone. 199 a month, you get 50 gigs extra storage. Yeah, so
Makes
so
sense.
yeah, it's Apple has good pricing when it comes to cloud storage. Cloud storage is not expensive anymore because everybody's using them.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
But it varies because, for one, like I said, I look at women. Women take a lot of pictures. They got a lot of memory. They don't want to lose it. Now,
Oh,
for my wife,
men too, so that's not
yeah,
just
man, but not as bad as women though.
yeah.
My wife, I had to give her a 512 SD card on her phone and put all the pictures she had on her phone onto the SD card and then play. Plus, I had to configure her Google Drive as well because the problem with her, woman, every moment, they gotta take a picture, gotta take a video, gotta take a picture. I'm not much of a picture guy.
Yeah.
But I download document, I download software, I do a lot of stuff on my phone. Sometimes I'm gonna be on the road, I download movie to my phone. So in case of those subway moment, like I'll tell my brother here, Vaughn, he live in Chicago, he take two buses, two train, and another about to get to work.
Damn. Yeah.
That was like for me when I was working in Livingston, New Jersey. I gotta take one train to let me remember correctly. Yes. I take a train to Times Square, not
Uh-huh.
Times Square, World Trade Center. I take a PAD train. I take a bus.
Yeah.
Now there are two buses, one go local, one go. If I miss the express, I'm doomed. That takes me 2.5 hours one way to Livingston, New Jersey.
Yeah. Yeah. I remember
I
when
for a
I
migration job and to do the same thing back. And over there was ridiculous.
yeah.
We're working during the daytime, not at night. Some chance we can work at night. And we have these users whereby they'll give you a hard time, but they'll give me a hard time, but they say I was a big dude. I'm scary looking. You said it the same thing about me. When I walk around, everybody look like, man, you know you big. You big Africa. Everybody look at you different. You're intimidated. I think, why am I intimidated? Sometimes I smile. I think, yeah, even though you smile. You were kind of like, but I wasn't big like the other guy who they got rid of because he was too big. Remember the guy they called the big teddy bear? He worked
Okay.
for
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
computer. I forgot the name of that company, and he used to be in front of the army. Dude from the army, he was 6'4". Guy looked like he weighed like what 240, 250. Pure
Uh-huh.
muscles,
Yeah.
big. They got rid of him because they're too intimidated by him. And I was afraid they would get rid of me too, so I had to smile more. Just because of that.
Yeah, yeah, we touched on this a little bit in our New York City video. It's just a New York thing, man. We all do it. Like I say, you can't. We don't. New Yorkers don't want to get caught slipping out there, so that's why we always got our guard up. It's just a New York thing.
Yeah, when you're in the subway, you don't smile.
Yeah,
When you're at work, you have to smile. Because it look like you're angry all the time. They don't know what's the problem. You don't like it here?
yeah,
It's
yeah, man.
ridiculous. But here, even though we're not sidetracking, IT specialists get stressed out the most. If it's
Of
not the
course,
workload, it's the customer, the
it's
end
the
users.
customers, because
Now,
some people don't know how to properly channel their anger. Like, I've gotten this before. If there's a lawyer working on a case or whatever, software gets he does something that he knows he's not supposed to do with whatever software. He calls IS. He's mad at the IT guy because he did something wrong. so so yeah, it's IT is stressful, man. It's just like, but it's just like with any type of customer service job. If you don't know how to channel your anger correctly, like, I'm not going to get mad at the cashier at a burger place if my burger's not made correctly. That's not her fault, that's the cook's fault. So some people take it out on the first person they see. um yeah, there's a word for that. I can't remember what it is, but it's just certain people don't know how to channel their anger the right way.
channel.
Yeah,
For what I'm told from all my peers who do IT, they say the law firm are the worst because there are some people
yeah,
they go to court. They have some stressful kid. They come back dropping f bomb left and right to the
yeah, and
text to
and
the
they
point
take it out
whereby
on the
you the
first
punching bag.
yeah, they take it out on the first person they see. So that's what it is.
Now, when I was working at fashion coming next door to your job,
Uh-huh.
man, I never knew working in the fashion industry, and there was so much diva people. When I talk about diva-rich, out of nowhere, I may have like 4 to 5 times I'm working back to back. Oh, this actually need to get his laptop ready because something's wrong with his laptop. Need to replace it. I had to drop everything what I was doing, run down to the store. Now we had two separate inventory, one for the higher ups, one for the regular folk. The higher one, the nice and fancy laptop. I gotta get that thing out ready, get everything running, get everything configured, do the backup. What you have on the one profile from the server.
Yeah.
Get upstairs, get his ready. One time he got a new phone. They dropped the phone right on my desk. He needed to get done. I had to drop it up, do it again. Get his phone configured, get all that done, everything. Boom, come to his desk. Ask me, anything else you need? No. I got two other offers. I want you to swap out the machine, my main offer and one other offer in Long Island.
Yeah.
I repeat again. He told me to swap out the machine in his main office in the building. I'm at near no where I was working at the quarter street from Central Park. Think about that distance. I'm at 755 Fifth Avenue. That
Uh-huh.
is behind the Apple Glass store, the infamous Apple Glass store that looked like a bed box.
Famous
Yeah,
Apple
that's where I have to
building.
work at. So I'm in that building on the 42nd floor, just off on the 31st floor. I gotta get replace the machine in this floor. Then he want me to jump on a train, catch the LIRR, go straight to Long Island, and replace his machine over there.
His machine, yeah.
Now, I told him I'll do that tomorrow because I got a bunch of tickets. He said, okay, tomorrow will be a deadline. So, little on me, 'cause I'm not little, but that's a little on me, do all my ticket for the day. I gotta let my manager know tomorrow morning I got a machine or get shipped out to his site. Okay, I gotta go over there and get that one set up. So
Uh-huh.
I'm going right out to Long Island. Now, where they at in Long Island, I gotta leave my house around 4:30 in the morning, take the LIRR, make one stop to Sufton Boulevard where I get my transfer
Yeah.
for the train up to take me where I need to go.
Yeah.
At about seven stop in, get off, catch the bus, get off of that bus, walk 20 minutes to the building, get into the building, get into the office, replace the machine, get everything set. Have that other old machine get shipped back to where I work in Manhattan.
Yeah.
Come back all around. Lucky for one of the guy gave me a lift. I said, thank God. He gave me a lift to the LIRR. I got to take that train all the way to Grand Central.
Yep.
Then got the train,
Catch the
get to
train.
Manhattan, get to my office, continue what I was doing.
Yeah, man.
Ladies and gentlemen, that's the life of an IT guy.
That's the life. Yeah.
You in corporate America. You're
Yep.
flying off the handle from one building to another building to another building. And when we come home, we tell wifey what we do. They think, oh, we just sitting down doing nothing. We just
Yeah. And just imagine some companies have it worse. Some companies don't even know what kind of inventory they got.
oh, please don't tell me that. Please don't say that, please.
Yeah, man. Yeah. Some companies don't even
Please.
know what kind of inventory they got.
That was Ann Inc.
Life Inc.
Ann Inc. Remember the Ann store?
Yeah, yeah,
A
yeah.
and ladies know these stores. It's a women fashion show or fashion company, and they don't wear professional out. No, working at Ann Inc. drove me nuts because there's no professional dress code. They come out they feel like.
Oh,
So that
yeah.
was a trap.
That's dangerous right there.
One
That's
one manager come in with a booty short. I was like, what? One of the guy he told me, I know this is not like every other place, but it's unusual. Why unusual? Well, you see for yourself. See one with a booty short, one with a see-through black blouse. Well, I can see her blush. I'm like, okay, okay, man, why am I here? So I gotta work in a way. Yeah, yeah. You think it's funny, Vaughn? You think it's very funny? I have to work and act like I'm blind to a certain degree, like I didn't see anything, just so I don't get no sexual lawsuit trap.
yeah.
I go in, fix what I need to do, get back. When I find I didn't know their inventory, I'm going to all these drawers. I found five laptops, one drawer, four laptops. I'm like, what the hell? And me, Escalada did the same thing too. They didn't know their inventory at one point.
They didn't know the inventory. Yeah.
I had to pull everything out, do an inventory, do a scan, check in the Active Directory where the machine was off the network for weeks upon months. We gotta check
Least.
if it's working or not. So I'm pulling a dolly, yanking out old laptop and desktop. Now, is IT head to the way to go? Now, in 2022, I'll be honest with you, there's a flip side to it.
Yeah. It's
Let Marvin speak for it because there's a lot I can say.
to be honest, it all depends on the company you work for. I mean, like we were just talking about inventory, a lot of companies that I know of got hit hard with audits. You know, they're spending a lot of amount of money for machines that can't be accounted for. So if you're a high up, you're looking at the amount of money that's being spent, and you can't even find the machines that you're looking for. That's grounds for like people getting fired and stuff like that. But um, right now, it depends on your company that you work for. I know a lot of people during the pandemic, a lot of people left. So there's a lot of open positions, but you gotta you gotta look past the whole, oh, you get to work from home type of thing, because they'll throw that in there as the the icing on the cake, but you got to look at what type of level of work I'm going to deal with, what type of level of stress I'm going to deal with, and then from there you just make that decision.
I would say this: working in the factory industry, like say, perfect example, the Ecolata company. This is a corporation that has 27 companies under the umbrella. It have a huge budget and they're making billions of dollars. Now that company would not allow us to manage the inventory, but that's lead to a major problem because they would wonder why we're not out on so many machines, why we don't have anyone left. So me and my team had to go to each floor, to each department, and start checking their inventory. And we find a machine that been outdated for so long that after we bring everything down there, do you know what I'd like to scan over 800 equipment and set up a spreadsheet to debate on models and make, then
Yep.
you will call a warranty check on each and every one of them.
Yeah.
You know how much work that is? Now, it would dump on me because then I'm the most efficient, the most effective, the most responsible guy. So I had to go through everything. We had some Dell, we had some AP, we had some Toshiba, we had different models, different range. I had to set up a website. Each when I'm going to the website and check. And when that is still under warranty, put it on one side. And if it's not under warranty, put it on the other side. When that is done, I got to move the hard drive, move the RAM, see if we can use it or not. Scan it, put on the recycling list, get
Yep.
that done. We have more than enough on a pallet. Send the email, that all will be on the pallet. They call the recycling team, they come in, I got to escort them to the place, let them do their check themselves. Once that is done, they move it while I'm doing my own workload on top of that. So what that's done, whether it's usable, if it's like maybe 1 or 2 years old, they become loaners laptop. I
Yeah.
had to do the stress test, see if it will be workable or not.
Yeah.
If it's working, put the hard drive in there, a good hard drive in there, put up to 16 gigs of RAM on it, image it. When it's working, when it's fine, shut it down. I put a label, I put a number. I had to index everyone from they would let's say for like 5 or 6 digits, 00001, that's for loan, and I had a spreadsheet, and I scanned them in based on a model, based on a make, based on a
Mm.
warranty. I had to
Yeah.
keep track of all that down to the T.
Yeah.
So I have like four to five cabinet full of loaner laptop ready. Now guess what? They had a thing called an inter office. I gotta ship these laptops in 10 of these in one. I get an email. Oh, we need 20 loaners at West 23rd Street. Okay, I got a box ready. Put it in the box, label it. I sent. I put on the spreadsheet. It's sent to this tech. Lucky for me, the post office right next door to us.
Hmm.
Our so-called corporate post office. I give it to the guy. Put the label on it into office. They go to the place. They do the pickup. I come back. Do the same thing.
Yeah.
And while we doing the refresh on top of that, doing my ticket. So you can imagine how much work I was doing. This time I was missing lunch so easy on a regular basis, whereby I had to go a little shopping. I had a cabinet. I put my cereals in there. I got my bowl in there. I have my ramen noodle. I get free milk from the job. So I get like a 15, 20. No, I'm entitled to an hour, but I'm take like 15, 20 minutes. 15, 20 minutes. Because the amount of work in my queue on top of my head, it was ridiculous. Plus, I got to receive the shipment coming in. I got to
Yeah.
inventory, put it away.
Yep.
Then I get called for executive because when you the go to guy for the executive, oh, this executive needs you. Boom.
Exactly. Got to drop everything
That's
and run.
the fashion company.
Yeah.
The baking industry, man, man. Now I remember working at Santana Bank. They was questioning if they go do all full work from home, and they realized the real estate in Manhattan is extremely expensive. So they're
Yeah,
trying to see how they would do the fluctuation whereby you come 2 days in a week and stay home 3 days a week. Of
yeah,
course, everybody got to stay home, but when the things start to ease up, they be swapping.
yeah, yeah,
That was the thing. So banking industry is almost as hectic as the fashion industry, depending on the fashion company.
yeah.
You gotta be careful of that. Now you open big bank like UBS, Bank of America, Morgan Stanley, Thomas
Yeah,
Reuters. These are the big boys, the heavy
yeah,
hitter banks.
yeah,
Yes, IT help desk support is still there, but now they require more out of you. The IT support of 2010 is not the same as 2022. They expect you to know so much more and then some.
yeah.
Now, the biggest one, the hard to get in with Bloomberg.
Oh
Bloomberg
yeah,
is the hardest company to get in.
yeah. I've tried to get
IT.
into Bloomberg twice, so
To this day,
yeah. Hey man,
that
it is what it is. So
Bloomberg pays well.
yeah,
Look at my eye.
their IT structures
What?
is really good.
I know of three people who actually work there. They tell me, yo, their salary, they pay their tax.
Yeah,
It's ridiculous. But the
because
work,
they don't pile on. Every you have different departments that do different things, and you can't say, oh, specialized software department, hey, I need you to move this desktop somewhere. Nah, that's a no no.
telecom is telecom. Telecom, it consists of phone line, voice over IP. If
Yeah,
you in telecom, your job is to work on the phone line, both voice
yeah,
over IP and landline as well. You will
yeah,
be telecom. The network team will be the network team. Your job to make sure the network's up and running 24/7, 7 days a week. With me, you go to the cabinet, make sure in case something happen one of the lines,
hmm,
make sure you have an optimal, a open one that you can put it in and get that one fixed. Because they don't want the cabinet will have all the network set up. You can have it all looking sloppy, look like a mess. I've seen some places where we had to reinvent the whole thing during the
yeah,
weekend because
yeah,
something went wrong. And we gotta make sure you have someone at each desk location or each floor location, make sure these lines are working properly. That's
yeah,
the network team. What else you have? You got the software team. The software
yeah,
team, they have different app owners. They're
yeah,
like developers,
yeah.
like software engineers. They are needed. Then data support level two, level three, like what I was doing, you facing these customers. When you're doing level two, level three required you working with the regular users as well as the executive. Now they
Yeah,
have another level above that called the executive desktop support. Their job is work with the CIO, the CEO, the top one percenters. I'm glad you put that one. A corporate dress code for women never been enforced. No, it's been enforced
it's been
a lot. If
dependent on the company though.
there you go.
The
And
company.
Inc. They was not enforcing no corporate dress code. They just allowed them how because it's a woman it's a completely woman fashion company. Now for Estee Lauder, yeah, they enforced the dress code, but these ladies were putting the twist. I remember one time I was dealing with one user, and man, I hate working at Estee Lauder because they allowed coworker to date among themselves.
Oh, yeah.
So that's one of my other stress level. I'm a married man, so marrying women that I got a service and she flaunting stuff. One was flaunting her thong in front of me. I had to look up like, why am I here? I was training a female coworker and she see what was going on. These women were throwing their stuff on me and I was acting like I didn't pay no attention to it. And she was watching me and she was looking at me like, what you gonna do every day? I'm like, man, you have no idea.
In the Me Too era, that is a no no. It's like you
And
can't.
and as the Lord, nobody cares. They did not even care. So imagine me try Miss Emil, it's not that funny, okay? Cut it out.
Because
Y'all lady get us in trouble in corporate America. So don't play that game.
that
And
will follow you everywhere. That
the thing about it, they know what they're doing and they don't even care.
yeah,
So you cannot say a word about it. So I just had to ignore it. And they were getting flirty with it more and more. The more you resist them, the more they get more flirtier. I had to like, you know what? Let me do into my work, fix the problem. Yeah. I remember one time Peter told you what happened at UBS. One you that told you had an issue.
uh huh,
This happened in 2010, 2011. I went under the desk to fix the issue, right? Now, normally when we go on the deck, the women will stand up and get out of the way, right?
Yeah.
Wrong. I go on the deck to tell you what the problem is. I bang my head by accident, but no, I didn't bang my head for that. I what I had to do first. I turn around. This woman opened her legs. I didn't know
You
that she was behind me, open her leg. Me, I turn around. I look. I jerk, hit my head on the head. I was like, ouch. Peter was laughing. The little girl was laughing. I got out from under the desk. As I'm trying to talk to her, one, two, three, blouse open, button down. I had to look up and explain to her, act like I'm trying to think. Peter, he's half Cuban, half Puerto Rican. He was grinning from chin to chin. Now me, I had to fight it. I was looking up like, okay, act like I'm trying to think about it and trying to look her in the eye and not trying to look down.
uh-huh.
I'm a black guy. You see what
Yeah.
I had to go through?
So
And they're
you're
big corporate banks.
yeah. Plus you're a contractor, so if shit goes left, they're not listening to the contractor. They're listening to the employee. So yeah, bro, I
Some of
just
these
I just
jobs are
kindly
some of these jobs are nothing but traps. Period.
I just kindly say, can you get up and move, please? And that's it. Oh man, I don't you don't want to deal with that.
But the thing is that when they call me, I was busy with something else, out in a hurry to get it done and get it over with. So I
Yeah,
wasn't thinking. I just went under the desk. Now, normally they put together, didn't get. She was flirting with me heavy. I paid her no mind. As I walked away, Peter was like, "Why you know?" I was like, "You think I got time for this? I'm going back to the damn staging room and try to finish my job before I can go to the next area."
yeah,
Everywhere's like a mind trap, literally.
yeah.
Imagine working at UBS in Stamford, Connecticut. The same thing happened. They were going heavy flirty. They're wearing way too much perfume to the point where by the smell came on my outfit. I was wearing my whole corporate setup. I
Yeah.
get home, my wife would ask me, "Who you talking to?" I said, "What you mean? Who you talking to?" "I'm at work." Why all this mixture of perfume on?
That's that minefield, bro. Yeah,
Yes, just the stress that married tech go through. I ain't gotta do nothing. Just the hip or whatever perfume they have on them that too damn much come on me. I'm in trouble. So yes, that also lead to burnout.
that also, yep,
I gotta convince my wife I'm not cheating at work. I'm not doing my job, but you and I won't believe because my shirt
she,
smell kind of funny.
yeah,
Ladies and gentlemen, that does happen in corporate America.
yeah, it does happen.
Some guy fall for it and they got away easy because it's a mutual agreement. I don't cross that line. I'm a married man. I'm going to get my job done, and keep it moving.
Keep
But
it
this
moving.
does happen. And imagine walking on eggshell every day, trying to stay straight and narrow. Make sure you don't get in trouble. Make sure you don't slip up. Make sure you stay away from all the traps. Avoid it as much as they can.
Yep.
You work in a law firm. I'm sure it's no different.
I've heard stories in other law firms, but the place where I work at, they enforce the dress code.
Oh, good.
They um they didn't they didn't come out and say it, but they basically said, you know, employee dating and stuff like that is kind of frowned on. I mean, I don't remember the proper wording, but
They prohibit.
yeah, yeah. But
My job at Estee Lauder was the opposite. So
yeah,
I'm
so
next door to you. That's
yeah.
not allowed to happen. But my job next door, all hell broke loose.
Yeah, because stuff like that, like when you're dealing with billion-dollar clients, you don't want something like that popping in the news. That's just going to cost you money. So
You think?
if you look at it like from a law firm standpoint, so they enforce it. Yeah, certain things you can't wear, and certain things you can. So
Now, a friend of mine named said cool. He used to work for NBC, and he told me that environment even worse than my job and your job.
yeah,
In the media,
Yeah,
Company, man,
I could imagine companies like NBC, the type of stress the average tech goes through. Yeah, man.
it's needed, but it was too stressful. 'Cause everything got to be up and running. You can't slip up if something goes wrong, or they got a media blackout. What the problem? Check the network, check the switch, check this, check that.
Check this, check that. Make sure this we got to be back up in like 15 minutes. And yeah, stress level in IT is real.
The hospital.
Yeah, I'm sure the hospital's the same way. Found my wife at work.
Oh, you find your
Nah,
wife at work?
I'll risk it. Oh yeah, yeah. So in today's times, yeah, you don't want to risk something like that. But yeah,
I had a policy. I don't make business with pleasure.
yeah,
We cannot date if you're attracted to me and we work in the same place.
yeah, man.
Hell no. I
Yeah,
did that. That was back in the day when I was working in McDonald's and Wendy. When I was flipping Burger Day, I didn't do that. Period. And there was a lot of girls I liked, but I was like, no, 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 no. Can I make business with pleasure? We work together. If something goes wrong with this relationship, that might cost me my job. And I was that way from day one. Now, Marvin heard it. People thought I was a weirdo because I've been dodging all the bullets. I'm like, um, I gotta protect my bag. I gotta protect my pockets.
nah, it's not even
And
about being a weirdo, bro. It's just if shit goes left, that could be your job. You don't you
yeah,
that's your bread and butter. You don't want to lose your money over what
yeah.
relationship.
But we in New York City. We supposed to be the big. We supposed to be the player from a Himalaya.
Nah, man. Nah, man.
Wrong.
Nah. In this high priced, overpriced city, you
And
don't
worst
want.
case scenario, let it be a manager on a higher level attracted to you.
Bro,
My supervisor said the same thing happened to him when he was working for Thomas Rider. It was a
yeah,
whole.
that was 26 years ago, and it was a big campus. He
Oh,
did work.
so
Okay, yeah,
that's different. That's different.
yeah, that's a different
That's
scenario.
different. That's 26 years ago.
Yeah,
Not now.
not now. Yeah, man.
Now it's a nightmare. Now these days, I even work for the public sector, MTA. I'm gonna let you know right now. They're sleeping around like there's no tomorrow.
Oh, yeah, yeah. I've heard that. Definitely heard
And
that.
I caught some of the hint, a couple of them hint. There's one in particular, it was like a sexual after was going on. And I had to help this user to get her records removed from the machine because before they block the OneDrive, you're allowed to sync your OneDrive to your home PC. So you're able to work from home in case you need to.
Yeah,
She had some document for a loss that she had against her boss who been sexual harassed her for weeks. So I helped her transfer it all before the block came in. That was one of it. Another one happened whereby I replaced these users on they're part of the bridge and tunnel. That's the bread and butter for MTA. They make a lot of money from all the bridges and tunnels because that's where the toll fees come in.
yeah,
I play one person machine. We all know that we're not going to get nobody no access to nobody in the machine. That's going to be from higher up.
yeah, yeah, yeah,
But I replaced the machine, back up that day, whatever. What about my day? The next week I come in, my manager, my supervisor told me, "Oh, do you get anybody any access to the machine?" I said, "No, you know me by now, Mr. Protocol." Everybody make fun of me, remember? I follow everything down to the T. He said somebody give one of these supervisor access to her machine, and they think it's you. I think how could it be me? I know who somehow I figured out who the person was. I went upstairs. After what happened, she explained to me. I said, I'm letting you know right now, it wasn't me. I found out one of the techs, the desktop support tech did that. We was not to put, and they put a note the protocol themselves, but they didn't follow the protocol. And me being a contractor, I know better not to do that. And she told me this guy had been harassed her for months.
yeah.
She want to leave the job. This happened in public sectors.
Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. Of
And the
course.
MTA was so stressful, I was bouncing around the whole five boroughs. Long Island Railroad, Metro North, the Parent Transit, the bus terminals, the bus depots, the train depots, the
Yeah,
train yards. What?
yep,
Tech job is not easy as you think it is. If anyone thinks that you just sit down in front of the computer, that if you're a developer, you're the cybersecurity expert.
yeah,
Now those jobs are considered top of the food chain type of job. They get
yeah,
paid. You call them the real higher paying job because
yeah,
if you're a web developer, If you are into software development, software engineering, or cybersecurity, you can pay at least 200, $300,000 a year or more, depending on the company.
Depending on company. Yep. Yep.
Now, for cybersecurity, they work less hours, get paid more
I mean,
to a degree.
yeah, yeah. If you look at it, their jobs are on the line even more because if
Hmm.
you get breached, if you're the head of corporate network security and you get breached, they look at you. They're not looking at who got in or how they got in. They
And,
looking at you to
and the
see.
thing is,
Yeah,
they work in like antenna. Either they come to the office sometime and
yeah,
stay on the ground and monitor the system, or they
yeah,
work from home and monitor the system.
yeah,
So they have that level of flexibility. Now, once it's a breach, they right onto it. Now, and they can do it from their main home. They go straight to the office and get it done. They check the
yeah,
servers.
yeah,
That's how bad it is.
yeah.
So you can imagine.
Yeah, especially nowadays. Like their jobs, they got to be on top of their game. So
And believe me, after a couple of years, it started to build up because for me, data support level two, level three, or EUC data support lead, it never ends. The workload keep on piling and piling and piling and piling. It got to a point on a regular, I was working at Estee Lauder. I come in, I check my queue. Oh, I got 60 tickets. Laptop charge, okay, boom. I got my little backpack, go upstairs, start knocking all the tickets. It became a routine.
yeah,
If my laptop died, I go back to my desk, I do remote tickets. I forget it what time for lunch. If I get a shipment coming in, oh, you got a shipment. Okay, stop, take the
stop,
shipment,
unload that.
scan,
Yep, yep,
do the inventory, where it's going to where. Okay, this one go to storage to one, this one go to storage to two. I got to the spreadsheet, send that to my manager. Boom.
yep,
Yeah, a bunch of machine ready for to deployment for users. I get that one, scan it, set them ready, put a stock on one side. If you're not mindful, if you're not careful, that's your routine. In less than a few months, you start to feel the pressure.
yeah,
To me, I was conditioned for it because everybody was looking at me like, when you ever get lunch? I said, lunch? What time is it? It's almost 4:30. Almost time for it. I thought, oh, shoot. I think my lunch, I learned at the last minute whereby I'm about leaving anyway. Take out my bowl. And I was doing that for 10 months straight to the point whereby I was trying to get in to get permanently hired.
yeah,
I got played. They set me up because, for one, here was the problem. I was doing an excellent job. I'm not supposed to be a great tech. I'm supposed to be a good tech.
uh
When
huh,
you're a great tech, it make you look good, but make your boss look bad.
yeah,
They went on top of their job, but you on top of yours, and then some. I didn't
yeah,
realize after I got let go, not only I was doing my job, I was doing my boss's job as well without even realizing it.
yeah,
They were pounding me with workload. Now me, I don't mind being busy because make my day go fast. Yeah. But I got so busy for weeks upon weeks upon weeks, I was dropping weight.
that does happen.
And
How's
I try my best to go to the gym and let me tell you, when it comes to tech burnout, if you don't have a outlet to release it, it will get to you.
it will get to
Now,
you?
if you're not working out, taking long walks, or you play video games, that's some of the things I normally do.
Yep, yeah,
Find some way to release all that pressure out of you, it
yeah,
will get to you.
it will get
I've
to you.
seen guys, I heard they've been doing it for 10 years and they're like, they can't take it no more. One guy, Ann Taylor, this guy younger than me. Because of the job, he became bald headed. He was thrown out.
Yeah, man.
We'll talk.
Yeah, that's
This man
that's
went bald.
goes back to what I'm saying. If you don't know how to like channel that energy, that frustration, if you don't have an outlet for it, then that's what it is. It leads to you get burnt out. But it's to the point where you don't even know that you're getting burnt out.
You don't see it coming. You're not even going to realize it before it's too late. That is where we come take burnout. It's never been talked enough.
Yeah,
You will come in, get into the rhythm of things to the point whereby you don't notice it like a year or two later.
yeah,
That's how bad it is. I was in a routine for almost 8 months straight, constantly. It's like everybody knows that's what I'm going to do next. When the moment I come in, I check my queue. I got 60 to 80 tickets in my queue. I take those 60, 80 tickets, bring it down to almost 10 or 15. Or
Yeah.
maybe if I get close to five, that's a good day, but end up being a bad day automatically. Before I leave, I'm like, where the ticket coming from? But I can't complain. So I come back the next day, do it all over again
Yeah, man.
and again.
Tickets
And
don't
I'll be
end.
top two, catching up with the executive that thought where he the same way. We were getting burnt out, but we didn't realize it. We just kept it going like with the challenge.
Yeah.
It I was making lunch on a regular, whereby I only had like 10 minute break to myself just to eat a little something, put something in my stomach, and they keep it moving. Sometimes I work days without eating no lunch and go home starving, drained and tired. Now,
Drained, tired.
when I feel like it bother me, I don't go home. I just go straight to the gym, release my stress, and come home.
Yeah.
'Cause I didn't want to bring the stress home.
Yeah.
IT professional get really stressed out,
And then you bring that stress home.
and you got wife and kids,
You got wife and kids.
and then
And
I understand what you're going through. And sometimes when I come home, I sit down, I'll be in the zone. My wife trying to talk to me, I told her, let me relax. So when we relax, but you don't get what I'm coming from.
yeah,
In their mind, the computer job, you just sit down and just do this.
that's it.
In the office, it's not like that. Yeah, we work from home remotely. It feel that way. Yeah,
Hmm.
but when you get into the office, no, it's not. If you don't believe me, if a tech had would have called a smartwatch or a smart tracker and track their steps, they let they get around 10 to 20,000 steps going
Uh,
back and forth, depending on what the company they're working at.
yeah,
You will notice that. You work on a hospital campus, man, you get about 20 to 30,000 steps because you're going from building to building.
yeah. At least a good 40,000. So
That should show how much miles you.
protein shakes. Yeah, yeah, man. Those
It's
are
not.
quick meals. You don't got time to sit down and enjoy something. You just grab a protein shake, mix it, keep it moving.
God forbid you're the strong guy in the team and you get shipping every 2 or 3 weeks, and it's like a bunch of heavy printer on a pallet. Now, you see me. Everybody told you when we're working at UBI, I'm the Hulk of the team. I'm
Uh huh.
making like 4 or 5 pallets from one side of the building to another side of the building so fast and easy. Cut it open, remove the box, stack it up like it's a workout.
Yeah,
I'm talking about them got bad backs. One time I pushed we have a cart where we take all the old machine.
yeah.
That cart weighed almost like 800 pounds and they were struggling to push it. I was having a bad day and I used that as my mean to release my stress. So I was pushing the 800-pound cart like it was nothing. Can't push through the door. It couldn't get in. I had to lift it up, shift it. Everybody was like, I was having a bad day and I used that weight to relieve my stress. I lift a 800-pound cart off the ground just to shift it so I can
Yeah,
go through the door
yeah,
out of pure anger and pure rage. Well, then they start calling me Black Hulk. Working at UPS. You heard about it.
yeah. I heard about it.
And they were clowning me. So every time you put in a heavy cart, they'd be right behind my back. Hulk smash. Hulk hungry. I'm like, dude, cut it out. I try not to laugh, but it was roasted behind my back.
But
Literally.
that's just your personality, bro. That for as long as I've known you, you're the type to just you put everything into it. There's nothing wrong with that. Some people
And
can't even do that. So
but sometimes it can lead to my downfall because I get so caught up in my work.
yeah,
I forget my mental health, I forget my physical health time.
yeah, yeah,
And when I say I was conditioned for it, I had to thank God that I was conditioned for it. Because some people, when I do the same amount of workload I was doing, I was working at MTA. But when after I left, my partner who I was working with, who I trained for a while,
yeah.
he told me it took 4 techs to do the kind of workload I was doing by myself. I was imaging 200, 300 machines a day
Uh huh.
and do my own deployment on top of that while
Yeah,
shipping other people's machine to other site locations,
yeah,
almost on a daily basis. So when I come in, it's a work every day. It's a workout for me. We get a shipment downstairs, take it up to the 21st floor. The 20th floor in MTA in the headquarters, that's where the executive stay. It was heavily secured. We on the 21st floor. You just want in the conference room. There'll be a time the conference will be almost jam packed with so much machine. We got an image machine for LIRR, for Metro North, for location the Bronx, for location the Queen, for Pound Transit. And our image like maybe seeing like 40 to 60 machine per hour.
Yeah.
Make sure the proper image, and we have to test machine.
Yep. QA the
I,
machine
I,
before you ship it out.
I was the go-to guy when it come to imaging, go-to guy to deployment. I had to restructure the cut sheet they had. They didn't have no cut sheet. I had to try to get a cut sheet to track their data because
Yeah.
they wouldn't document anything. And the checklist, how to go about deployment. I would train them how to do it properly. So I would apply myself on so many levels to the point I would spread myself thin.
Yeah.
But for the sake of keeping myself busy and out of trouble, I let it go on for so long. I did that job for almost 2 years. It got to a point where I felt like I was not appreciated. It was getting to me. I was like, I wanted to leave.
Yeah, that's another thing about IT too. Is just you never it's very rare where you get a manager or a supervisor that lets you know like, hey, I see the hard work you putting in, you know, keep it up, or I'm gonna recommend you for this. Not it's just like, all right, keep doing what you're doing.
Now the worst part is when I'm not trying to be racist or sexist. It works for me when I'm working under Indian leadership.
Uh-huh.
I didn't know there was a rivalry between India and Nigeria. I did not know about it for a while.
Really?
So when I was working at the Lauder, I dealt with that nonsense. When I worked at Antella, I dealt with that nonsense. When I worked at MTA, I dealt with that nonsense. To the point whereby I could be the best tech of the team, hands down.
Uh-huh.
Never get appreciated. Never. One guy do a loot or something. Oh, they have a meeting. They want to praise the guy, but I just knock out 75 machines in one site in one day. I mean nothing to you. So it got to a point where I just block everything out and just keep myself in my work and keep it moving, keep it busy.
Yeah.
The longer I'm busy, it make my day go faster. But the thing is, it's just built up. It comes up.
Yeah.
So what I do most of the time when I leave work, I take long walks before I come home,
Oh yeah.
just for the sake of me being mentally stable.
Yeah, that's
Now,
that's one of the benefits I loved about the location where we were at. Like whatever you get, like a good 15-minute, 20 minutes free, just hit Central Park, just walk around, enjoy that sun, enjoy that breeze, and it's like you get that 20 minutes just of a sanity check, and then you got
now,
to the
I'm
to
glad you said that. Working at NYPD or the application tech, not the number one cause, and that is a very high pressure search location. But these number one caller, they get shut down on a daily basis.
oh, of
So
course.
I'm walking around helping her, and that threat, you know how people can transfer the trust onto you because
Yeah.
you're around them.
Yeah.
So I made it happen when doing my lunch break. Now these flight of stairs are not regular flight. I'm on, it put to be 5 floors of stairways. No, it's technically 11 floors. I go up and down 4 or 5 times at the workout, back and forth throughout my whole lunch break,
Damn.
just so all that negativity from them that pass on to me doesn't affect me.
Yeah.
Because I'm going behind people who may have issue, talk to the issue, get everything running, check the signal, check the box, make it working, go around to the next one. It's just like that. So imagine how it builds up on a person. Now that for data support. Now imagine with a software developer or a network expert or fiber architect technician
Yeah.
or cybersecurity. We would never know unless they tell us.
Exactly.
Now some end up how do I put it? Remember that one guy on our team? He was a functional alcoholic.
On the UBS project.
Yeah, UBS project. We
I
kept him
think
in the
I
state.
think I
We kept him in
remember
the
him.
stage room. I remember him. We kept him
Yeah.
in the stage room for that purpose because he was feeling he was waking up alcohol, and we couldn't have that guy on the floor. So throughout the whole time, he stayed in that one room alone, the imaging machine for us,
Yeah.
and we know that he was going through some stress. So for him to deal with his stress, That guy will come to work drunk,
Damn.
literally.
Yeah, man.
That's the first time in my life that I met a functioning alcoholic, which means the guy cannot deal with stress sober.
Nope.
He had to be some kind of in some drunken state just to deal with the high level pressure that he was going through.
Yeah.
Can you imagine that, guys? Someone come to work drunk as hell. First time I saw that was UBS. Second time I saw that was at the NYPD call center. That guy lost his job.
Yeah.
Cause one time, the day before I came in, oh man, you're not gonna believe this. At the number one call center in the Bronx, you've seen it's like a big cube. It's near the last stop of the 6 train line.
Okay.
You know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
If
Yeah.
you're
Yeah.
if you're on the highway, you see it's like one huge cubicle building. Now, in that number one call center, the big boss there is one of the police chief who's in charge of the call center there.
Yeah.
One time, that guy was knocked out. They were trying to wake him up. The police chief came around the desk. We got the corner one area. He trying to wake him up, and to the point the guy opened his mouth and breathe. He smelled alcohol up in his nose. He's like, okay. He come out to and let him know the guy had to go. So the next day, I came in and they told me what happened. I was like, what? Y'all didn't try to wake him up? He said, no, no, we tried our hardest. He didn't get up until the police chief came looking for him. Like, why the guy not respond? Caught the guy sleeping. When he trying to wake him up and he reek of alcohol, he called somebody. The guy's no longer here. He got to go.
Damn.
So when that happened, I get the email on our terminal. It said, "Do you have the other guy? This other guy I used to work with in Best Buy. He got the job there too. We used to work together a long time ago in Best Buy. He worked there with me. We used to bump into him. So I gotta let the guy know. What time can you come here? He said, "Why? You replacing this guy? What happened? I'll tell you when you get here." So the guy came. He dapped me. I had the middle shift. He probably worked the overnight shift. It wasn't gonna happen. Supervisor, I didn't know Supervisor was outside front in the building. She waited for the guy to come up there first before she come right behind him. When the guy come up and tell him to dab me everything, she came right behind, stand at the edge. See the guy to come. Guy walked back. As they were walking back, that when the guy came to take his shift came in.
Uh
He
huh.
asked me what happened. I had to explain the whole thing, what happened on the other day. And he was like, and who caught him? I direct the guy, point the finger, the same police chief, kind of short, look kind of Irish. Like, oh yeah. That place is stressful as hell, but it's not that easy to deal with. So you can come to that place drunk or influence on any kind of drug. What they do when they catch on, you
Yeah.
do 'em.
Yeah.
The one time I had the network blackout and they were panicking. Now me, I don't have to panic because we did this before in the past. Jonathan, whatever. Coming to vote me now, whatever. So there was a blackout at the number call center. Now we deal with blackout plenty of time in the banking industry, in the fashion industry, whatever. It was no big. They know exactly what to do.
Yeah.
So they were panicking, right? Luckily for they got another location in Brooklyn. So I had to lock everybody out or to turn it so they could be able to log in.
Yeah.
It was like a network profile. So about 50 to 60 account I gotta go behind everybody, have them log out because they're gonna log out properly. I log them all out, get everything under control. Our building was somewhat shut down for a while until they get it up and running. And they are bringing 2 police buses to get those people from there and jump onto the Brooklyn to work from there continuously while we continue to work on the problem. Some stay behind. When it got working, only about 22 was able to work on the terminal. But the way I handled it wasn't no big deal. But they was like, "Oh my God, how we get everything work?" I said, "It's no big deal. I got it, bro." Boom. The police chief called me after I got everything done. They were mad happy. I said, "Yeah, everything done. Everybody logged out properly. Yes, everybody logged out properly. Everything checked. Yeah, I think yes, everything done." He said, "Oh, great job. I like you. Thank you very much." After he finished calling me, less than 5 minutes, my supervisor called me, asked me the same thing. Yeah, the police chief called me, asked about the same question you just asked me just now. I explained to him everything's working fine, and he's happy about the result. He said, "Oh, really?" I said, "Yeah." I said, "Okay, no problem, no problem, no problem." They were panicking, but I wasn't. I'm used to this.
Yeah, outages is a norm in IT.
What?
Outages happen every day, so
Now it's worse in the banking industry because every minute count. They're losing
yeah.
millions of dollars.
Even
So
even in law, every minute counts. Like that's time you're not billing. But outages is just a common in IT. It's just, a server goes down, or this service or whatever, just it can't communicate with the outside. It happens.
I gotta have a backup server up and running immediately, just like that.
Yeah,
And worst case scenario, you attack, you become the small hand and feet that's staying to one location. Go and check that server, see that thing up and running. And you have to log in your laptop, plug a laptop into the service, but they have to remote into your laptop, check what the problem is, and they
yeah,
will call you on the phone and they direct you what to pull, what not to pull. They'll pull cable number 25, okay, plug into cable number 40, plug into port number 52, okay, then
yeah,
pull cable number.
yeah,
We are working.
yeah. I've been in situations like that. I mean,
One,
now I think so, but it goes back to the company, because now it's just like you can monitor all of that remotely, and then change those network ports on the cables remotely. You could do that, but again, it depends on the kind of company you work for. But if let's say in my situation, a law firm, if the email goes down,
exchange server,
huh?
I mean the exchange server.
Yeah, if the exchange server goes down, that's pretty much money to them. They can't communicate with the clients. They can't get paperwork. So yeah, it happens.
It should. I remember one time working at Estelada. I got called 1 o'clock in the morning. You need to help swap out the server. I said, what? I said, oh
Oh
gosh.
shit! At one
One
o'clock.
o'clock in the morning.
Damn.
1 o'clock. So my wife said, where you going? I said, going to work. She said, go to work. I said, yeah, I gotta go to work. I jump on the train. I'm half asleep, half awake. I get to the building, tap my ID, electrocute them, I'm going up here. We ain't gonna check the server. They say, oh, somebody coming to replace it. I said, okay. I gotta go back down there, escort the guy to the location.
Uh-huh.
You get it done, be working for the next couple of hours or so. After everything done, I gotta sign off on the paperwork, get a copy. He going this way. I put the paper on my desk. I gotta come back in a few hours later to work again.
Yeah. Yeah, man.
And that happened several times with me in that fashion company where I had to come in overnight to
Damn.
install a riverbed, to check the connection with this other. And it's not only this one building. After I had about 50 something buildings all over Manhattan.
Yeah, I've
At
heard that.
one time in one night, I had to bounce around 5 buildings. I was doing this building one night. I gotta go to the next building,
Yeah.
then go to the next building, then
Yeah.
go to the next building. And they're not close by, mind you.
Yeah.
They're not. They said they'll offer to pay me for my cab. I'm like, man, stop. Like, you're not gonna pay for my cab.
You
Yeah,
you
not
pay,
gonna.
you pay for your cab and hope the company pays you back.
How long that would take? A
Yeah.
couple of months.
Couple of months, bro.
So imagine being all over Manhattan. Now, luckily, some of these buildings walking distance. So
Yeah.
I walk, and I mean, I'm a fast walker. So forget taking the subway. I get a one stop, and I know where I have to go to. I'm power walking to the next building, 5 blocks away. Get to that
Yeah.
building, power walk again, 7 blocks down. Go to another building. I gotta go across the city, 5 blocks up across. Go to
Yeah.
another one, and then 8 blocks down. The amount of walking and going in and out, I had to call off that day. I said, I'm not coming to work that day. You say, you sure?
Yeah.
You have me going to 5 buildings, checking every server, make sure everything connected properly, make everything up and running, and you want me to come to work at 9 o'clock and
Nine
it's
o'clock.
5 o'clock in the morning?
Yeah.
Hello, 5 a.m. I'm sleepy. I'm tired. I am drained. All that power walking all across Manhattan.
Yeah.
They want me to take the subway home, which we know it's not gonna pick up until around 5:30. Rush home, take a shower, come to work half drained, half alive. That means I gotta take a 5 hour energy drink, put it in my get and be sipping like this.
Yeah.
Trying to keep myself awake. I'm
Yeah.
looking like a zombie.
That's another thing in IT, is just those long hours. Those I can't even say long hours. It's just like you'll go home at 5, 5 p.m. Then something happens. You got to be back in the office at 2 a.m. Do whatever you got to do, then go back home again
It's
to
like
be
4 or
back
5 o'clock in the morning.
yeah,
Then you come back again at 9.
at 9. Yeah, yeah. I've been in those situations, man.
And now, if you're the go-to guy, you got no choice. I gotta make sure I got like my 5 hour energy extra strength. Get a big ass getaway, pour it in there, shake it, and I have that thing with me everywhere I go, so I won't fall asleep while I'm walking.
Yeah.
By the time lunchtime come, I ain't getting no damn lunch. I'm taking a power nap. Tell them
Yeah,
wake me up after that time.
you'd be lucky if you get an hour of sleep during those power naps, man.
What? And you have people coming into work looking like zombies,
Yeah.
literally. I'm like, oh, they're coming to Long Island. Oh, they're saying you to Long Island? Lucky you. You know, F you. But this happens.
Yeah, that's the life. That's the life right there.
When you're trying to be in IT, best believe, based on your skill set, based on your skill level, it's there. JB, you one of us, so don't act like that don't happen to you. And he's a software engineer. Am I right, JB?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, young dude in Georgia.
Nice. That's what's up.
So yeah, I'm sure he understands what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
IT is not a joke. It's not. It's
Um,
worth it. It pays well.
it pays
It
well.
it competing.
Yeah.
But if you're not conditioned for the stress level of the workload, I will not advise you to get into it. Now the level of education is not like no. You know what can I compare this with?
No, it varies because it's we constantly learning. If you're the type
Hmm.
of person that enjoys constantly learning the next level or the next whatever technology that's coming out that's going to affect your field, then it's ideal for you. But it's just we're in the field that we constantly got to stay up to date on what we know, constantly got to hone our skills, get better, and then take on additional skills. So
And that's the thing though, because how would I put this? The field is constantly changing to the point whereby we're not even sure if they were not going to stop combining titles.
yeah,
That's how bad it's getting right now. Because what you thought you were doing 4 or 5 years ago, right now, they add extra more to your list. You
yeah.
get to the point where you have to learn a little extra more. It's more like different for a doctor. You got to keep on learning, you gotta keep it being evolving.
So right now in hardware itself, hardware they combine in they're combining asset management to hardware. So asset management, you got to make sure you pull a machine, that machine serial number is documented, it's put in a whatever database as disposed, or it's going to be marked as being reused. So yeah,
And you have a ticket that's called like Service Now or Remedy.
yeah,
Now, other companies use different versions, not the version of Remedy, but different other type of or ticketed software that does
yeah,
that. But to
yeah,
me, the number one out there is ServiceNow. ServiceNow is more stable, it's more flexible than most ticketed systems I've seen so far out there, and it helps you keep track of the inventory. Now, when it comes to inventory, you gotta be precise what you're putting in.
that's because that's money. You
Because that
must
means if you're telling to a user and they really have a desk located, they make sure that desk location have a number. You put that documentation of the number, the desk location, the phone number, the email, who it's signed to.
yeah,
Make sure everything down to because everything is money.
everything's money. If because you got to figure the average corporate laptop is they're paying anywhere from 2,500 depending on the model and make a model.
Meaning depending on the offer, the big ass name brand company are offering based on bundle price. Okay,
Yeah,
we will give you 5,000 laptop for this amount of price. And what I found out, they did it on purpose to make money off corporation because it's on a
of
bulk
course,
price.
of course. But even though that, let's say a bundle, let's say 100, not even 100, what 5,000 machines.
Hmm.
That's still a lot of money. So if one of those machines out of that 5,000 goes missing, that's That CFO is going to be on somebody's ass like, hey, we need to find this machine.
Now, here's the funny thing about it. When that shipment come in, you have to verify the
Yep.
5,000 machine is there. You
Is
have to scan every single one to make sure there was nothing missing in between the transport.
Yeah.
And
So
not
that
only that, make sure you have the company asset tag on it as well. Put
yeah,
it
so
onto a spreadsheet.
once it comes in from, whatever, delivery, UPS, whatever, you got to get that invoice sheet, make sure it scans it, send it off to
And they can't leave yet. You have to verify.
yeah, you got to verify all 5,000 machines are in. You got to put your signature on that documentation saying,
Mhm.
"Hey, I received all 5,000 machines."
And God forbid you sign it off before you verify. That's something
Yeah.
end up missing.
Yep.
That's
That
your ass.
that is your ass right there. So,
So you got to count 5,000 boxes. You got to do the count. One,
got to
two,
do the count.
3, 4. When you get your 5,000, okay, you sign.
Sign it. Yep.
You take one copy, they get that copy, they go by their business. Now you got to unbox every single one of them.
Oh, before
Put,
before you even do that, you got to take that physical copy of the sheet you sign, copy it, fax it, send it off to account receivable or accounts payable, because they're the ones who print that check. So to make sure the
and
machine
but
is paid for.
now in the case of red tag, it goes to the security personnel who make sure they stop the truck driver from bringing everything in. They need a copy of that data, scan it. You
Yeah.
got your own copy, they have their own copy in digital. You go upstairs, you gotta scan that copy, send it to your higher up, make sure this is the shipment received. Then you have to unbox everything, separate the laptop, the paper, the power cable in one box, the keyboard in one box. Man, then you got to image all of them. Literally image every laptop that can let it be 5,000 laptop. Get into them all. Let it be
'Cause
5,000 desktop. Get into them all.
those
And you will
those
have box of purple like keyboard and mouse. Sometimes they don't swap out their mouse or keyboard. So you
yeah,
have boxed up keyboard, boxed up mouse, boxed up power cables. Now the power cable you don't throw them out. You have to keep them unless they don't want it no more. So imagine how much work and cleanup you have to go through all that, get that thing ready. Now, if they tell you to do that on the weekend, so you ready to work on a Monday, you're spending 2 days dealing with that.
yeah, yeah,
So your whole weekend, you coming into the office around 8 o'clock in the morning, get all the machine image, prep, and ready. Stack up in the inventory on storage properly.
yeah.
By the time you're done within those 2 days, Monday come in, you back to work. What we need, X amount of machine, this machine go to this department, it have to be done.
Yeah.
And that mostly end up being a refresh project while you're working. You have to
While you
schedule
do,
these users.
while you're doing your 9 to 5, you got a refresh project,
Mm-hmm.
and you yeah, yeah, man.
You get your 95 ticket, you may have a 50 plus ticket combined with your refresh project. You got to schedule that when I end up in a ticket too as well. Then anyone who's scheduled for a refresh, depending on how much time you got to take to back up the data, between 30 minutes to an hour, then a scheduled time for you. You go there and do all that damn some, take the old machine, put it in storage, come back on the weekend, do the data wipe on those machines. Like,
Yeah. And what I usually hate about that is that you got to track down the user. You got to hunt that person like he
chase
owes
the
you
user.
money. Yeah.
I ain't worried
Schedule
about you.
schedule time, track him down like, "Hey, I'm going to be there at this time. You going to be there?" And if he says yes, you show up there, he's not there, that's time wasted right there.
You telling me? It's more than time wasted. Some of the users don't want to answer the call, and God forbid in the meeting.
Yeah.
Oh, I forgot. Can we schedule? Okay, UBS. I remember one time I had to reschedule a user more than several times, and they got fed up with being rescheduled. But he keeps saying he's busy. So I forgot his name. Gabriel. That's one of the client manager. He had to
Uh-huh.
come with me to the user desk, told the user in his face, if we had to schedule you one more time, they will charge them $100, and you'll be responsible for the $100 charge.
Mm.
Me and the guy heard it. He was like, okay. He just got up and walked. Allow me to replace it. Then why you keep pushing me off so you want to reschedule all the time when you know it's not that serious?
Yeah, man. It's just users. That's how they behave.
And man, they have a huge number, like 40 of them doing the same thing, same nonsense.
Yeah, I've been there. I mean, we could talk project horror stories, but I've been there, bro.
And I'm sure you got some tech professionals in the chat. You might want to come out here on the channel maybe next week or so and give us your share story on how you deal with the stress because I'm telling you, IT stress is funny. It could be comical. It could be like I remember one time one of my partners named Sekou. He almost passed out. He was having a heart murmur. Now
Damn.
imagine the level of stress affecting your physical body and you have a pre-existing condition. And you didn't see that come. This guy almost died. I had to make sure the guy get home safe.
So what was causing them to be stressed out?
The work.
Damn.
He did gain some weight, but the level of stress of that work was getting to him to the point whereby it was creating the heart murmur situation to a whole different level. So the guy was feeling lightheaded.
Yeah.
It was that bad.
Yeah.
I had to hold the guy on my shoulder. We got to Starbucks. We had him calm down for a good while. I didn't know. You need to calm down. You want to get a cab home? Something like that. He said, no, I'm good. No, you're not good. You want to pass out on me. That day, he went home. We called off for the next day. Went to the hospital. They found out his heart kind of like enlarged because he had to wait on himself. Plus, the stress load of his job add to it.
Damn.
And then what I tell you, tech burnout, if you're not conditioned, keyword, you're not conditioned for it, it can hurt you. Literally.
That UBS project itself was like that toughened up a lot of people, bro. I gotta admit,
What?
that toughened up a lot of people.
That one and my Board of Education job, because the Board of Education, I'm doing 2,000 to 4,000, 6,000 piece
Yeah.
deployments. I'm talking about 1,000 plus piece desktop, 700 to 800 laptop. You have a laptop case for that.
Yeah.
Then you talk about 50 to 60 printers from the smaller one to the big ad, almost 150-pound printer that I have a bunch of setup. And you talk from 7:30 in the morning to almost 6 o'clock or 8 o'clock at night, all in one day. Those two projects got me toughened up.
Yeah. Those gave me some stripes, man. Those gave me some stripes.
And the
So,
UBS one, we had to deal with the deployment dynamite, the short dudes.
oh yeah, yeah, yeah. Project
Harry,
managers.
Harry Lynn, remember Harry Lynn?
Yeah, man.
That guy never eased up on nobody.
Nope.
If he
And
catch you on the phone,
imagine you're in probably Connecticut, Weehawken or whatever. We're sitting right next to the dude. We're in a room sitting right next to the dude. So yeah, man.
and I can imagine that level of pressure. This is how they got near you, and he acting like a complete fool.
He walks in one day. Oh, why these guys didn't deploy 11 machines? I'm walking in through the door. First question I'm hearing, oh, why these guys didn't deploy 100 machines last night? I'm like, I gotta
See,
find out. I
see
gotta
what
look
my
at.
homeboy said. He's a software engineer, so he understand that. Yo,
uh,
Jonathan, next week we want you on this channel so you can give your life to how you deal with stress, with tech burnout.
yeah, man. Share your story. I know you probably you code in for like hours. So yeah, man.
They'll be on like on what Starbucks, Red Bull.
Red Bull.
Yo, the traders, I don't know how they do it though. They come in at 5 a.m. in the morning, leave almost like 7 p.m. at night on the
Yeah.
trading floor. They're drinking all kind of Red Bull. Oh, you're a robot? Really? You see what?
Oh, okay. Okay. All right. We hear that now.
Because he's a young guy. He's 27, 28. He's a robot now.
Yeah, you're a robot now. So
We come
all right.
back 5 years later. You ain't hear that robot talk anymore.
Yeah, man. But that
Yo,
but that UBS project, man, that gave me some stripes.
I remember one time the biggest header we had, they had a new ship. No, they had the 80. No, I remember the AP went from the 8100 to the 8200 to 8300.
Yeah.
And each one had a bias up there different from one another.
Yeah,
and
exactly.
they didn't update the BIOS on the image. And we crashed like over 700 to 1,000 machines all across the whole project from New York, New Jersey, Connecticut. And we had to get the BIOS update, and we had wait 1 or 2 days to come back to re-image it again.
Yeah,
While they're working around the clock to fix the issue on their end. Once they were fixed on their end, you got to be back all the machine, I mean, every single one from start to finish. Dude, nothing go perfect. Nothing.
nah, and that's another thing you gotta think about IT. No, nothing goes perfect. You could put the work in, put the time in to deploy something, but nothing's gonna be perfect. I don't
You see
think.
this guy right here?
I think. Oh,
I don't do energy drink. It's espresso. I'm ordering on my six. No wonder be having the weird look on his eye when you do no live broadcast. Six
yeah,
espresso?
hell,
Damn. I want to do past four. After four espresso on the job,
yeah,
doing IT, I'm good. Anymore, I'll be like,
yeah, yeah. You're pretty much running on the walls. Used to be the same way till
what?
it's older. Yeah, every when everybody's young in their field, they're the robot. But after a certain point in time,
When we hit your 30, they hit your 40, that
yeah,
robot mode is gone.
yeah,
It is gone. It's
that
out the
robot energy
windows.
is gone. You gave up that energy towards the job, so yeah, added
What?
success. Damn,
Damn.
that's that's
Damn.
that's a little overkill right there, man.
That's tech burnout right there.
Yeah,
That, ladies and gentlemen, you see what Jonathan put right there? 6 to 7 shots of espresso a day. That's not tech burnout. I don't know what to tell you. I can only do four. And I'm a former gym rat, and it get to me more than anybody else.
yeah,
If I take the fifth one, I need to lift something heavy. I'll be like, my will tell you, Tom, you find me in the corner lifting the heaviest piece and doing this.
yeah, 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 yeah,
I'm like, you okay? I need to burn it out. I'm too jittery. They're like, God damn, what do you take?
yeah, man.
6 7. Come on,
That's
JB, you scare me.
that's definitely a lot right there.
That's tech burnout right there. That's pure evidence of tech burnout.
Been coding since I was
See,
12 and
I
building
thought
software
my son do the same thing.
since I was 15.
I thought my son the same thing. He started at the age of 12, and he did it professionally since he was 15. Now
That's
he's
what's up.
28.
That's what's up.
But for 6 to 7 shots of espresso, that is tech burnout.
Yeah, I
Because
mean,
after a while, your body is draining. It's like you. Oh man, I'm telling you, JB, when you turn 31, 32, 33, you start to feel it. Marvin would tell you, I went through it. We 20 years in the field already.
yeah,
After a while,
dude. When I first came out of school, I had that robot energy. Uh,
say,
Bro, I did shit. Remember, I was telling you I was crawling through the attics of that school, running Cat 5 cables and shit like that. Yeah, I would never do that now. Never, never in a million years would I do that now.
imagine me when I was doing the UB, no, not the UB, the Board of Education job, and I was lifting PC. I was going up the flight of stairs because it was most of these schools in New York they have no elevator, third, fourth, and fifth floor. And
Yeah,
everybody look at me, are you human? I said, why? You don't break a sweat? Sometimes I do it. You're not tired? No. I just kept going. I was like, one guy was telling me, do you practice? I did big march right there. I'm not gonna fight you. I will shoot you from a distance. F you. I think I was not human because the way I was moving, I counted 5 to 8 heavy printers like with nothing. They keep it going. They keep it going. I ain't take no bait. I get everything up and running. Everybody like, you not tired? I said, no. The one idiot was like, you got a girlfriend? I'm like, no, that's why. You don't got no girlfriend. I'm like, man, F you. They're looking for all kind of excuse to roast me.
yeah,
Not in my beginning state of my career. I was more than a robot. I was like the Hulk. I was
yeah.
Robocop. Now to do RoboCop right now, you're right.
Nah.
The first 5 to 7 years of your professional career in
Yeah,
IT,
you're the robot.
yeah,
You're
the
invincible.
beast. You the monster. You're invincible.
You're
But
invincible,
as
man.
time progress, beast won't start to steady down. Let you spend time in the gym more.
Exactly.
Now using more brain power in the coding, or you can start taking some long walk. You start doing some jogging, do something because it will get. It will literally get to you. You won't see it coming. You will feel it, but like it's no big deal.
Yeah, it's no big deal.
You're you're
I just
right.
feel tired today. That's about
Hmm.
it. But hey, it creeps up on you.
What? Do what I didn't know to do. I would show people that people think I'm crazy. Since I'm doing podcasting and working. You see this right here?
Damn.
I have it on standby,
Yeah, yeah,
and I have like what 1 or 2 getaways.
yeah.
So if I'm going back and forth from my work and podcasting or doing anything else, and I'm feeling out of it, I open one, shake it,
Shake it. Yep.
drink it, I'm good to go.
Yeah, man.
I'm not gonna lie, I'm 43. I'm a grandfather.
I hear you, man.
After years, see now he confessed it. He actually confessed it.
Yeah. Oh, that's crazy.
Damn, carpal tunnel. Oh,
At 19, wow.
so you put yourself to the extreme.
It used to be.
And look at my brother here, my elder here, Von Vine. He same thing happened to him.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm telling you, burnout is legit.
It's a legit thing. Like
And
you'll hear people talk about mental health day, but we
but it's
need
a
to.
mental health issue. It is.
Yeah, it
But
is.
you don't pay. You don't never as a man. You don't pay attention to it that much. You said that
No,
it's our job as men. We want to be strong. We keep on moving. We cannot slow down. But that does hurt. My uncle, who I look up to out here in this country, after he got up from work, he was dealing with so much stress from work and from home from his wife. His wife never eat up on him. To me, it's a very emotional thing. As he was getting off work, he was just a block and a half away from his house. He just dropped dead and died.
wow.
That man was so burnt out beyond his limit that it affected his heart.
Yeah,
The man was getting no peace at home, totally from the job. And that to collapse and die. Another one like that happened. I went to NYPD at another quarter. Young lady. I had to go around and make her laugh and everyone else laugh. She's a young woman. She was in her 20s, 28, 29. One weekend, I was not. I don't work on the weekend. They told me she had a heart murmur. She didn't realize she had a murmur. She was feeling kind of dizzy. The moment you walk out the 911 call, she just dropped dead a
yeah.
few steps away from the building.
That's another thing, man. We've in this field, it's like you gotta constantly get yourself checked. You know, make regular appointments with your doctor. Take care of yourself. It's
And the
crazy.
US don't care about you getting burnt out, but this burnout thing is becoming more drastic based on high level and mid level stress jobs,
Yeah,
nurses, 911 call centers, construction workers, IT is there.
police.
Um,
Yeah,
JB, you're no different from us. We do the same
yeah.
exact thing.
No
You
different
are
from us, man.
no different from us. We do the same exact thing. We go above and beyond. Marvin would tell you about me. I was the one that I would complain about the most because I keep raising the bar too damn high against all my peers, and they were
It,
targeting me.
it's what it is. If you're a black man in this field, and plus if you're an immigrant, you have no choice but to just work harder than anybody else. It's ingrained in you. But at the end of the day, you got to take a mental check and say, hey, my health is more important than this job or whatever. You gotta
But
be
I
that.
didn't do that. That's the
Yeah,
problem. I didn't do it. You saw me how I work.
yeah,
You, the other guys in your team, Y'all all knew it. I would push, I would work myself to the ground. I was the workhorse of the team.
Yeah.
Wherever you need me for something, you knew you asked me, I would do it.
Yeah.
And many times, y'all fight not to ask me. I remember you several times you told your team, "Oh, don't call, don't call. Oh no, he need a break. He doing
Yeah.
too much.
Because you
He
you
doing too
were,
much."
bro, you were running two buildings, if not two, three buildings at one night. Yeah, man. I'd be like, nah, talk to these other leads. Tell them, hey, they need to step their game up.
I was the lead in Weehawken, dealing with 3 buildings,
Yeah.
and him and I forgot the other guy. What's his name again? I forgot his name. Y'all told me I had to go to Stamford, Connecticut, and retrain those guys again.
Yeah.
He's a witness to that. They did not want to call me
That's
because you
what
know
I'm
how
saying,
pissed I
man.
would get. I'm like, hold up, you got one project manager and 3 lead techs, and they
That
can do the
can't
job, and they want me to leave my site. I got 3 buildings, and want me to leave that site and come all the way to Stamford, Connecticut, and help them with their problem.
can't even deploy 100 machines a night. They gotta
And they got 20 techs.
yeah, they gotta call a liar for a liar to retrain this guy and take over his work. I'm like, nah, man.
I got 5 to 6 techs all getting overtime. They're burnt out, and we're doing about 50 to 60 a night, and they can't even do a simple 100. Yeah, don't even do up to 20 a night.
That's why I said that
You,
project put a lot of stripes on people's arms, man. We learned a lot from that project.
and even in that part, everybody knew who I was because everyone started thinking, why they keep calling my name several times over to fix other people's mess. I
Yeah,
became the janitor of the
yeah,
project, and I
yeah,
hated that term. When somebody screw up, call like who clean up for them.
yeah, yeah, man. I've heard it. It's like we're hearing from the project managers. Oh, give it to a liar. It's like, nah, we got other lead techs. We can't keep putting more work on top of your back. We got lead techs, man. They got to do what they're getting paid to do.
Y'all hear that now?
Yeah, but I disagree. I don't believe in work
Work
life.
life balance. When you have wife and kid, you know you have work. You know you have work life balance. You're single
According
now,
to
JB.
who's gonna prove
You're single.
this? Yeah, I mean you're single, but I would say you need to get more sleep, man. Because I
I
know,
was married. I was killing myself.
yeah,
Marvin was trying to stop them from calling me several times over to clean up everybody mess. I cleaned up the mess they did in Avenue America. Whereby they don't do the imaging properly. I had to do the inventory and find what they did wrong and document it. I had
yeah,
to go back to Park Avenue with that issue. I had to go back to Denver to retrain technicians. I had to retrain the leads and the techs.
and the techs,
So how they lead in the first place? They can do their job properly,
and they were getting paid too. So,
but they're
hey,
getting paid them more than me. They play my
yeah,
pay rate.
yeah,
I was I was killing myself just for the sake of bringing the check home, so I could pay off all the bills in my household. And I was, not only I was getting burnt out, I was brushing it off.
yeah,
It got one time my team noticed that, and they make me relax every now and then. Because in Weehawken, we get shipment almost every other day, and I'm pulling, and they have bad back. I'm pulling 8 to 10 pallets from one side of the building to the other side of the building, cutting the wrap open, getting up to stock in quickly, get what we need to get image, get that done, get prepared for the night imaging, do all that. But during the morning team, get their report. I was the lead tech doing site lead workload. I was not even getting paid for that.
yeah, yeah.
Marvin would tell you. He saw it and he was like, yo, they're playing this guy for real. My promotion went to one of my team members because they didn't think I didn't do an excellent job, which I was doing beyond an excellent job.
But you're the
Because
guy who gotta, yeah, you're the guy who gotta go retrain, leads and lead techs.
I was the go to guy for all the site.
Yep.
They don't want to pay me my worth. That's real talk. Marvin was watching it and two other. Oh man, I could tell they were pissed. They were pissed for me. They were watching it. It like it was all going in front of their eye. You telling me this black brother here was doing above and beyond work, and you don't want to promote him, but you're to somebody else who doing the same work he was doing,
Yep.
and you're shitting on him.
Yeah.
Y'all crapping on him. I was the victim. But did it stop him from working? Nope. It was real talk.
Thank you,
It
man.
was,
I
thank you,
appreciate
my
it.
brother. Thank you. I really appreciate it. It was really happening.
Yeah.
When I tell people these things, they'll never believe it. They was like, this is, and he's a witness to it. He was pitched for me. He was like, yo.
Yeah. Saw it firsthand, man. Saw it
So,
firsthand.
so imagine what's going on in the corporate America in the IT realm. You could be
Yeah.
the, you can't be a, you're not allowed to be a great tech. I was a great tech. I was intimidated to do my project manager. I made him look bad because they look at him like he can't do the job, and I could do a better job than him. And I'm bouncing around different sites, retraining, escorting, directing, delegating properly to get things done.
Yeah.
I train my team to be more efficient. The one I tell you about my test drive on the live a few days ago, when we had to do 130, 140 machines, my team did more than half the numbers. He knew about that. He was laughing. I did it on purpose at the saying, what, F you. You want to play me for a whole lot, I don't know how to do my damn job? I will prove you wrong. And I did that in front of their face. The client liked the way I work. They love me.
Hmm.
But my leadership, my team, oh, they had it for me. How did black African brother outdo us, outshine us? Who is he? And Marvin was hearing and watching how they were plotting against me. I remember one call, I'm sure you were on that call, they lied on my name and say I screw up tight.
Yeah. I remember hearing something like that. Yeah.
Harry Lynn ran his mouth and said I screwed up tight, but I'm this site janitor. And everybody knew that was a lie. The whole entire team knew that was a lie. With both faced lie, but he had the gall to even say that on a call.
Yeah.
For them to see it firsthand how they literally lie on my name. Literally lie on my name. So imagine the stress you gotta this is what black people, even tech, this is what tech might not lead to. You have to compete to keep your job. You have to do whatever you can to
You
maintain
got
your
you
job. And
got to
sometimes
you got to do more than compete, man. You that competing is not even a word for how we got to wake up every day and do what we got to do.
and it's amazing.
Yeah.
So imagine you started in the field right now. Till JB said he did it. He was in the hop at the age of 19,
Yeah.
drinking to 6 to 7 espresso, and he's a software engineer. So imagine every technical title, what they had to go through. If you're a data analyst, they have a weird 12-hour shift. You be monitoring the system for 12 hours straight. You
Hmm.
have to be on site.
Yeah.
You can't fall asleep. That happened in Livingston, New Jersey. Now in a particular like that, these people had to sit in a particular room and they had all one, two, three, four, like 8 screens mounted on the wall. And
Yeah.
they mounted all to serve at a multiple location. And they gotta be like that 12 hours straight.
Yeah. Those are not
Now, they
this.
may have a little TV just to keep them a little occupied or something, but they can't be too distracted. They can keep their eye on everything.
Yeah.
12 hours straight. That's real
Yeah.
talk.
Those are knock centers. Yeah. Those jobs are because they gotta know if a server goes down somewhere, they're the first responders.
And I get that. And I get that because you know why? Those jobs, I'm telling you, there's a lot of high paying tech job out there. There's so many of them that
Yeah.
paid well. But
Yeah.
the level of workload is not as simple as people think. When you're young,
Yeah. You're a robot. You could do it.
you're a robot, you're a beast, you're a Hulk, you're everything. But as the year continue to pile up on you, after you get your fifth year, your sixth year, your seventh year, eighth year, ninth year, then you start to feel it. You start to figure out how to manage it. Now, if you single, well, I'll be honest, just like JB, he's a single guy, so he come home to peace and quiet.
Yeah.
He don't worry about no stress. Now, me, I was a married guy. wife and kids. When I come home and there's friction in the home,
Yeah.
it compound, it add on to you.
Yeah.
It
You gotta
gets you
deal with
real
that
hard.
too. Yeah.
So imagine that. So when that happens, what you gotta say? Now
It's not like
you can't take it out on your family. You have to keep that hidden from them
yeah, yeah.
because they're not gonna understand.
And plus it's not like when you go home, it's like you gotta your attention gotta be on the family. So it's not like you could just get up and go somewhere. Your attention is on your family. You gotta take care of your family. So
You telling me? So all the years I had to come home trying to hide the struggle from my family, I try to block it out. I'll
mhm.
be in front of the computer like this, watching anime, or just trying to block out everything. Just let that thing drain out of me. Let's unwind. I try to unwind.
Yeah,
Now, it's say I come out a certain time, I got time to go to the gym. I don't go home straight. I might have my gym bag with me. I go straight to the gym, and I start working out, maybe
yeah.
for an hour or two, just to counteract the level of built up stress. So you can imagine that I, someone who's a nurse, I had to feel for them. Someone the police officer, I got y'all coming home, and like you
Yeah,
said, CDC said it's a mental pandemic,
yeah.
it's a mental disease. But the problem is, the American work environment is not going to change to make it better. It's not
It's
like
not
Europe, whereby
it's
you have 35 hours.
yeah. It's not gonna change, but I feel like there's gonna be a drastic change soon.
When?
Once once here's what I'm thinking. Here's what I'm feeling. Once AI comes into full force, there's gonna be a drastic change.
Now, here's the problem with that when you take AI.
Yeah.
They don't have the infrastructure to support that type of workload.
We don't.
You
We
don't have
don't.
you don't have proper net.
But it's
Verizon did their fiber access splicing for
uh-huh.
their own network. Now, for the whole entire country, you know how much work you gotta go through? You gotta fix the bridge, you gotta fix the cabling, everything, the whole 9 yard. It's not a joke. You told me from the last comment from my last episode that in Spain they got a lunch break, almost 3 hours lunch break.
Yeah. But look, if you look at it like this, like when it comes to AI, we have to look at it as we're getting that time back. The time that we put out on certain things. Let's look at like certain tickets. Let's say a certain ticket comes in. You know in your head that this ticket is not as serious as what it's typed out to be.
Hmm.
Now, we could call the user and we could say, "Hey, all you had to do was this." And that emergency ticket is fixed right away. Look at the time it took for us to read that ticket, process that ticket, and then call the user to say, hey, all you had to do was just turn that or do that. If you look at it from a process of AI takes that time back. Because let's say that same emergency ticket comes in, the AI looks at it and it could say, oh, the user is not doing this correctly, or the user needs to be properly trained. That ticket gets bounced back to someone another department or something else, whatever. And then we being that technicians, we get that time back to ourselves.
Yeah, but hit a twist with that.
Uh-huh.
When you're not who have done a lot of tickets, you know very well when these people put the wording on the ticket, 9 times out of 10, if you don't come out clear at what the problem is, you have to reach out to the find out what the problem is, find out the nature. They
Yeah.
don't put all the proper detail. And I've done this for many years. When I read a ticket, first time I reach out to the user, I ask what the real nature of the problem.
Uh-huh.
When I get the real nature of the problem, I document the ticket, I have the solution ready, and I educate with the easy situation. With the easy, that's fine. If it's not that easy, either I gotta be at that desk to do it, or I gotta go in the back end and see what the problem is.
Yeah.
Now everyone going into cloud computing, whereby we have virtualization to VMware or Citrix.
Yeah.
Now that another thing I was talking about the infrastructure. Not every company have the mean to have multiple huge servers that can deal with the workload to have many users on a TikTok platform or VMware platform. Because that was the case, you only need much of a PT. They need a terminal. During the clock, when everything goes wrong, they reset everything. You get back to work.
Yeah.
Fine, but that's not the case.
Yeah. I
Some building,
mean,
some building run it on 100 meg. You can't run on 100 meg. No, you need 1 gigabit speed for
yeah.
it to work properly.
Yeah. Yeah.
I thought that's the
But
MTA.
if we right now, it's AI is still in the beginning stages. We're not gonna see that come to fruition for another maybe decade or so. But
Bingo.
but if you look at it as like when it finally hits, there's gonna be a lot of people out of jobs, plain and simple.
And that's bad.
Yeah. So, but with when you look at it from I need to get my time back, that's where AI is gonna help.
And here's my thing with AI. I gotta look at AI because, like you said, you lose your job. We're reaching to the stage whereby automation will be almost in a full force, whereby almost everything will be automated. And when that happens, you're not gonna hire much people to monitor the automation. You have less people working and more people unemployed. For what
Yeah.
purpose? This is why I say I'm not too much of a fan of AI because a lot of corporations are looking away of AI to eliminate workers so that more profit go into their pocket.
Oh, of course. Yeah.
That is where I find an issue with AI. And after that, what people going to do for a living?
Hey, that's gonna be the big question. How do you retrain the untrainable? Yeah, man.
That been a talk before, and that would have been a talk ages ago when you have people working manufacturing jobs, the other industries.
People
Before,
working
all
in.
the car were being done by hand. Now they have automation that rebuild the truck, the car, and everything. Most of the job to retrain those people was even harder.
Yeah.
Now you go to another stage again.
Yeah.
Well, automation, but the thing is, you can't trust everything on automation because sometimes you need a human conscience to make sure to make the proper decision.
Of course. Of course. Um, they just I think what fast food chain just bought a machine that cooks and flips the burgers. I think I can't remember which one. I
It,
think McDonald's or one of them.
it better not be McDonald's because that's why people like this. Yeah, you put a machine in the local McDonald's. You put the flip the burger. You get an error issue. What's gonna happen? You go yank the machine out and now you flip the burger your damn self.
Nah, they call the technician to come in, fix that error code. Machine gets back up and running. But I'm sure they're not gonna swipe. They're not gonna get rid of all the workers. You probably have one burger machine, one robot to flip the burgers and fry it, whatever.
McDonald's, Burger King, and Wendy, they have the terminal whereby you can order your food right from
Yeah,
them to go to the
yeah,
register. That put the help. So
yeah,
that's somewhat we do the amount of register you have in front.
yeah, exactly.
But still, we come to the preparing the food, wrapping, all the other stuff. I don't see how you don't have a machine there, and it's still stress level works, either you like it or not. Flipping burger, it could be stressful,
Yeah,
probably like a low tier
fast
stress
food,
level.
fast food in general is stressful because you're dealing with customers, angry customers. You deal with coworkers, so that's another level of stress right there. So,
And
and
I
another
get that.
thing is just like they don't, when it comes to fast food, they never pick the right people to do the job, or they don't tell them like, hey, this is you're upfront in the customer's face type of mindset. So they don't tell them that.
And I get that. And that's the real reality behind it. What I'm saying that adding IT, adding AI to the fast food industry, I don't think that'll be workable because I work in the fast food industry and I understand what it is, what it takes. When we're trying to get everything automated,
Hmm.
it's like you're asking for a disaster to happen. This is why when we look at our job at IT, to so-called get our time back, what I doubt will be a safe option.
Hmm.
it's not only going to affect us as IT professionals, it's going to affect the users as well.
I've like I haven't seen. Yes, and yeah, I hear what you're saying, but case in point, like there's actually when it comes to reviewing contracts and things like that, that's very time consuming. Now, I've seen that it's an AI driven platform that could review those contracts and actually point out the significant errors in those contracts. Like I've seen it from that point of view. Like that's where I say it's going to give us our time back. Because if you look at it from a standpoint of a lawyer where he's got to go through a contract, he's probably got to look through that contract at least 5 times to make sure he catches all those errors and mistakes. And make depending on who he's doing it for, it's got to be in the
I mean,
client.
yeah, that sounds like we be for starters, but as a person who used to be a sci-fi freak growing up, I always look at the big picture of things,
Uh huh.
and I realize I got to look at the AI. AI sound like a cool idea, but looking at the bigger picture, AI looked like a bad idea to the
Mm.
American workforce.
Yeah.
Knowing that corporate owner will look for many sneaky way to squeeze out more employees so they can have more money to add to their pocket. It get to a point whereby if they wish they would have everything done by AI
Uh
and
huh.
make all the money themselves, then who will be paying for the service? Because no one is able to pay for it.
Yeah.
This is why I always say, yeah, be careful what you ask for.
Yeah.
Even the nature of our job may change too as well, but still, I always believe when you come to IT, you need a human concept to be in it. You can't have everything fully AI. Maybe to a certain degree, you may have it,
Yeah.
but still, tech burnout is never going to change unless the workforce change.
Yeah. That's another thing. We got to change that workforce. We got to change that. Um, we've got to change how we look at it. Like, remember I was telling you in Japan, like a burnout,
Oh
they have a
man,
burnout hotline. So
that I read it. I read it about that thing about 15 years ago, and I
yeah,
thought it was a joke, but it wasn't a joke. They even have a force called a suicide force.
yeah, yeah,
The people that committed suicide in Japan were literally burnt out to beyond their limit.
yeah,
Either from their job they'll get burnt out, or from their academic level, whereby parent will put too much pressure on a child. You need to get in this particular college. If you don't get in a particular college, you're a failure. So they're going to these for committing suicide. Burnout is for real, a legit problem that you'll never see coming. And these people working almost 80 hours to 120 hours in a week,
yeah.
which I find myself totally impossible to pull off because that takes out your life force.
That's yeah, that drains your life force right there.
And a fellow brother of ours, a software engineer, Jonathan Barronville, the amount of work he had to put himself through, whereby he had to take 6 to 7 espresso to the point he ended up in the hospital at the age of 19. That tell you that's a borderline dangerous right there.
Yeah,
And coding, I gotta give my shout out to people doing software and code because these hands, it gets to the point where we had to buy the right kind of keyboard. I got an RGB. This is a Logitech G910. Comfortable eating on my hand.
yeah,
We have people that get all type of keyboard, all type of stuff to keep their hand comfortable, so you don't you don't strain your hand out real bad.
yeah,
Carpal tunnel,
yeah. Carpal
that
tunnel.
that that don't feel normal. Imagine all your veins so much on fire. Your nerve is like, and you feel like you broke something, but you not even broke. It's just that it's
Yeah,
overstrained.
yeah. You put too much strain on your fingers and wrists. Yeah, I've seen that, man.
That's real talk.
That is real talk.
Well, we've been talking for almost 2 hours and 20 minutes because we
Yeah.
want we want to ask you guys a question, but rather yet, if you have any comment, anything you want to ask us or thing you want to comment about, I want you put in the comments on the comment below. I want you guys to watch this book out from start to finish because I'm sure we're trying to hit everything we can hit on. Most of the time, focus on the IT side. And I'm glad we have people to get their point of view about burnout, what it's
Yeah.
like. And for a fellow IT brother, Jonathan Barronville, software engineer, taking espresso 6 to 7. That's sign of IT burnout. He ended up in the hospital having a carpal tunnel.
Yeah, man. That's
Man, the thing you do to make money in the
in
world today,
America. In America, yeah.
in America alone,
In America alone.
in IT,
In
man.
yeah, in
Imagine me
IT.
pulling out almost a 200-pound server. We didn't have the server jack. You don't have the server that you can elevate it up.
Yeah.
I had to hold a 200-pound server on my knee in Estee Lauder for them to slide it in proper, and they were wasting my time. Luckily, I was a strong guy, able to hold it up on my knee and using my hand to adjust it to align it so that it can slide into the rack.
Yeah.
200 pounds.
Bro, I remember once I had to you ever seen those Cisco switches with the power
Mm-hmm.
module into
Mm-hmm.
that's built into it?
Mm-hmm.
I had to move one of those once and I was in full dress clothes.
You
It's
got
like
dirty, huh?
it's not only I got dirty, I ripped so many of my dress slacks going in IT when I was in hardware. I
And
ripped.
here's the thing. I told my employer I'll judge to the code by wearing Dickies.
Yeah.
I ain't wearing no dress flat because you want us to go under the desk, go to the cabinet,
Yeah.
yank our server. And these dress flat are not made for that. When they saw my Dickie, the other two while we're doing this, they know, okay, yeah, you can wear Dickie.
Hmm.
I would have my tools in my pocket just on standby, just in case.
Yeah. Yeah, man.
We'll talk. This the tools for every tech supposed to have.
Yeah.
You hear me? Unless you're a software engineer, you don't need this. If you're very technical, if you're working on desktop, working on laptop, working on server, working on any devices, this is a must-need device you need. We hope to get to 1,000 subscribers so we can have these ad and advertise these things.
Yeah.
This is a go-to tool needed. They have all the tool you need to work on mobile devices.
That's what's up.
Here,
Yeah.
the screwdriver set. I'm working on laptop and desktop a lot in the field. We're working on site. Sometimes I gotta swap out hard drive. I gotta upgrade the hard drive. I gotta upgrade the RAM. I
Yep.
need certain tools. These laptops today, it makes it much harder to open it, especially on HP, on Dell. So you have to pry it open neatly so you don't damage the frame.
Yeah.
Once that's done, you have to go out the RAM, put a new M in, then with a hard drive. Sometimes you have to swap out the neck card they have in the laptop. These things happen. Or you want to add another drive to the desktop.
Hmm.
Check the data cable. You need the tools. This come in handy. I know we passed our time. Might have to cut this thing for another day.
Yeah. We got nobody online right now.
Only one person watching. Who knows? Maybe that's me. But we had a couple of people. It's a good show for now. I'm sure they'll come back and watch this.
Yeah. Yeah. It was good. It was definitely good.
And I hope anyone who will watch the replay, you have any concern, any question, we'll do our best to answer your question. If we can find, we'll look the answer for you. You may have it one more episode on this because you know it's a mini series. Maybe we may have you guys call in and you speak about what you went through, what it's been, how you dealt with it. Because I may
Yeah.
have my way of dealing with it. I may have your way to do it. JB, I'm gonna have him to share how he did because I don't know how he did that to himself. He's
Yeah,
young. He says he's
he's
a robot
young
now.
now. Yeah,
Yeah. When you got wifey and she too concerned about you, then why you look so pale? Why you look like you losing weight? Then you don't know.
yeah.
You can't deal with a puppy eye looking at you funny, scared that you gonna drop dead one day. JB, if you hear my voice, don't push yourself to the extreme. I did it. They will tell you.
It's all about longevity, man. That's what it's all about, longevity.
I put myself beyond my limit, and they were looking at me like, "How you not dropping dead yet?" They witnessed things that they never thought would ever happen through me. So we able to see and realize the what it's like in the corporate arena as an IT specialist. You will have more conversations. Maybe one more time we do one more episode on this. What will be our next topic behind this one? So we deal with IT, but what we'll reach out to, or what will be our
Um,
next topic?
I want to talk about content creator burnout.
Oh,
Yeah, man. That's something
you
we
know what?
definitely want to talk about.
That might be
Content
on. That
creator.
might be on the next episode then. Because no disrespect, we're doing this every week, every Saturday. This is our first live.
Yeah,
Our first four episodes we recorded, so we will soon upload it. There won't be episode 5. You might have to rename it, but hey, it's what it is.
yeah,
But I'll be honest with you guys. You didn't think we got it bad? I believe content creator got it bad. And I hope any content creator like Abba and Preach, or you might have the hashtag Abba and Preach on this one because I remember they talked about it a couple
yeah,
of times. They get them burnouts.
yeah.
They
They
would
they
like to hear from them and see what it's like
they took a break. They took a break, man. Some content creators don't believe in taking breaks, but you got to take a break.
because it's like a business.
Yeah,
You created content to entertain the public.
yeah,
We created content to educate and give an impact to the public. We realize our area of the field has never been talked about.
yeah,
And we want to address all areas we can think of, all areas.
yeah. We got a lot of subjects to talk about. We got more episodes coming up. Like we
So we're
don't.
going to take our time and dig into these topics, dig into these subjects, because I want this channel to be able to prepare people in advance so they know what they're getting themselves into.
Yeah,
Because I'm not saying this is not a great career to get into. It is a great career. It's really promising
yeah,
if you know how to pace yourself. But you don't want to burn yourself out so soon or so quick to the point whereby you end up in the hospital and you're out for who know a couple of days to a couple of weeks.
yeah,
God forbid it lasts for a couple of months.
yeah,
I have coworkers of mine right now. We work from home due to the pandemic. They had some pre-existing condition, so sometimes the level of stress they still trigger and be in the hospital for weeks. One of my team members was in the hospital for a week and a half before he came back. Now, to me, working from home, I don't think it's too stressful. It's just that everything through the VPN, and it get too annoying to me.
yeah, yeah,
I'm so used to doing just click, 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 boom, fix next order ticket, click, 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 boom, call the user. Not everything through Microsoft Teams. They pick up the phone and call them. I'm used to that.
yeah,
Or if they don't answer me, I go to their desk.
yeah.
But since everything's so remotely, it just feels different. It's like you're trying to get adjusted to it.
I think with working from home, you get that time to breathe. You get that time to you get that 15 minutes to yourself to like get you ready for what you're about to do.
Hmm.
So, but yeah, I mean, some companies are looking at this to be the new standard. Like, you come into the office for a couple days and you're back home for the rest. Like, it works, man.
And to tell us one of them to push that before I left it, that was during the beginning of the pandemic.
Yeah,
They had a meeting about that because I was looking at it that way, like, you know what? You might have to do it that way.
because when we talk about burnout, one of the aspects of burnout is traveling 2 hours into the city. and then traveling 2 hours to go home. That
four
leaves
hours a day.
exactly
Some take 6 hours a day of commuting.
6 hours of commuting, man.
Out of 24 hours, you commute for 6 hours,
Yeah.
work for 8 hours, add to that's 14 hours. 14 hours out of 24 hours a day. That's what? How many hours do you sleep?
Some people, some people don't even get
You,
six
you
hours
get
of sleep.
you get my point.
Yeah.
So you spend 14 hours a day, six in commuting, eight for working. If you don't get your 8 hours sleep, how many hours do you keep to yourself when you get home to just
Unwind, unwind, unstress.
plus when you wake up to get ready for work? How much
Yeah,
time do you need to get yourself prepared and ready to get out to work?
just to prepare yourself.
Get the calculator. I'm painting a picture, you guys, because this is for real. Yeah, it's happening a lot in IT because it's high demand.
Yeah,
Imagine people in the medical field, police department,
yeah.
correction,
Correction. Yeah, man. Construction.
law office,
Yeah,
fashion company.
yeah.
Do the maths.
Postal work.
Oh man,
Yeah,
burnout is for real, for real.
it's a
This is the
real
longest
thing.
video. This is the longest video we ever have. We had to do a recap of what we talked about
Yeah,
and add on to this.
yeah,
I'm not even going to talk about the parent burnout. 'Cause I have a wife and kids, so I know what my wife goes through. Imagine a woman who got 4 or 5 kids in her household and a husband barely at home who got to work.
yeah,
The truck drivers. Let's not forget the truck. I'm going to shout out to all the truck drivers. All you truck drivers who drive these 18 wheeler across country, delivering the
yeah.
goods and everything.
But with truck drivers, they're not allowed to go over certain hours when driving.
They did that before they were.
Yeah,
Because of what was going on, a lot of these trucks that were getting so burnt out, it leading to a lot of accidents.
yeah.
They
So
picked on they picked on that real quick, and they realized it really was a pandemic on their hand.
yeah,
A lot of these trucks that were getting burnt out, driving long hours, don't get enough rest.
yep,
You fall asleep on the wheel, and you're swirling in.
yeah,
Though was the first sign of burnout that the work industry picked up on, and the truck driver was the first to react on it because they realized this is dangerous.
yeah.
It was life threatening. So I say shout out to all the truck drivers who've been through that before in the past and at least survived it. Burnout is for real, guys. But in this country we live in, man, let you own the business.
But that's even another level of stress right there. Being a bit small business owner, yo, for real, bro. That's another level of stress right there.
No, to be honest with you, I just realized something. There's no way out.
There was not
Either you're a bit, either you're a business owner or you're a worker.
you could create your way out, but you got to work to create your way out.
And how
That
long that take to get to work quick to before way out?
I don't know, man. It's just you just got to keep doing it. Realize the big picture, whatever it is. So
Man, we're gonna do another episode on this for content creator because it's still for on IT
yeah,
in a way. And we hope to get content creator to come out on this, give their view how they deal with it. What do they
well,
do?
well, like yeah,
So
we could.
Abba and Preach, MTR, the lead attorney. I know coming so I have way to balance this one out.
Yeah,
All you big name content creator, I know you guys have more content burnout, content creator burnout. I know you guys do. It is not simple.
yeah.
It is not a simple career to get yourself into. I remember watching the episode of Abba, we talked about it. That'll be the next episode. We would dive into it in more deeper detail and dissect it. What are the pros and cons behind the content creator burnout? How you avoid it? How you deal with it? How you counteract it? We might have to ask Abba and Pui to let us share one of their video and just play parts here and there and listen to what they said and Imagine what they had to do because this is for real.
Yeah.
So you want to end it here because we're almost to the 3 hour mark.
Yeah, man. Let's end it here.
I can talk a lot because I like to have good comments. I like to explain things more because this is to me. I'm glad we touched on the tech burnout because I forgot that I was going through it
Uh-huh.
early in my career, but I couldn't let it stop me because my livelihood tied to the job.
Yeah, yeah.
I couldn't turn myself off. It got to a point I had to leave my house super early and sleep on the job site. I was sleeping in the storage room
Yeah.
just for the sake of sanity. Yes, I did that, guys. The one time my wife was getting on me, she think I was cheating. I was killing myself at the job. Find way to relieve all type of stress. It got to a point I had to come early in the morning and sleep in the storage room.
Damn.
Tech burnout is real. It is real, real.
It's a
The
real
amount of
thing, man.
stress put on upon you, and you got to get the job done right as a contract worker. You know, I'm a full time employee.
You're not even a full-time employee. You're a contract, so you may you're working on a contract. You may not see another contract till 5 months, 6 months. So yeah.
And this job, we lost the contract due to the higher up did our dirties. There's one time the contract was supposed to get cut short.
Uh-huh.
We fought to keep that contract running. So you got to put an A level job everywhere we go. We got to do our A plus everywhere we go. So they had to extend to like a year and 2 months. Now, trying to find we were doing phase one on that project. We didn't do phase two yet,
Mm-hmm.
and they lost the contract due to the high up screw up. Not us. The man, you contract worker busting their ad, make sure they keep a job. But we don't know there'll be another contract after this one. So the life of the contractor, if this contract going to expire, before it expires, you're looking for another job already.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, man.
It's compounded on you. You can't slack off. Sometimes you have to look for a job on your phone. You get your phone out, had the capacity back then, if you had the
Yeah.
capacity to do it. If not, you have to carry your own personal laptop so you can get Wi-Fi somewhere and do the job search. Make sure the employer doesn't see that you're doing that on the side.
Yeah.
That's added stress on a contract worker.
Yeah, man.
It's amazing. Any final word, Marvin? Yeah.
Nah, man, this was a good live. I'm
It
I'm
was-
impressed. Yeah, it was a good turnout. You know, I mean, I'm
I,
not against going live, but it's just like it was good. It was a good
I know
turnout.
I had to promote the channel, being on different panels throughout the week because I had to do the groundwork.
Of course, man. I
Let people
respect you
know
for
we
that.
have a show, we're
Yeah.
doing this, we will be talking about and stuff like that because I'm sure you heard the black YouTube street getting messy,
It's
but
getting
it
messy.
is it getting messy. You have some content creators going after content creators, being slick with it, being met, and I'm not here for that.
That's bad
We
for business, man.
we made a decision to create the channel to be a educational and impactful channel whereby we educate people
Yeah.
in our walk of life as IT professionals.
Yeah.
And I'm glad we have people who at IT. We had Johnson Barrowville. We had Paul Benedict. These are two guys who work in the IT fields.
Oh,
They know what
nice.
it's like.
Yeah.
And I'm glad they're able to voice out what they went through. It was legit. And I
Yeah.
hope more IT professionals who hear about the channel come on and give their views. One of these days we'll talk about different IT careers, what is out there, what we can do.
Yeah.
And we're happy to come in, talk about what they do for a living at the IT, but what kind of title they have, and explain what a day-to-day job is, what it's like.
Yeah. We
Because
could do
beside
that.
me and you, there are so many different titles that I feel is not one is not less stressful than the other.
Oh, of
It
course.
had it had its own level of stress regardless.
Yeah. Of course. But no, this was a good live. It was good
I
turnout, man.
enjoyed it. I really enjoyed this.
Yeah,
I feel more relaxed having type of conversation. Just figuring out real life
yeah,
reality. It's kind of like I think we do need something like the type of channel like the to relieve all the years of built up burnout that we be hiding in a closet.
yeah, yeah,
I have so many closets full of burnout that I had to hide, and
yeah,
some it's a constant flashback.
yeah,
When you get another job that's similar to what you went through, you remember it just like that. Like,
yeah.
is it not deja vu? I just went through this before a few years. I thought I'm not gonna go through it again. Like, here we go again.
But I mean, I don't have anything else, man. I
Right
mean,
now, I'm good for this episode because we got like 8 likes so far. 8 people like the show. That's a start.
yeah, yeah. I gotta check the stats and see what's going on. I can't see it from this end, but it was a
Yeah,
good live.
yeah. They kept on my side. Maybe that's why.
Okay.
Cause it's joined.
Yeah.
Or they were saying on one end. I think that the name. I might have to email you to Adam on your side just in case people from your side because as I was promoting it, they mean I came to my side of my channel and not your side because we both joined together.
Yeah.
Our stream is a very unique software. What was going on with this, guys? It's not like StreamYard. I have my channel, he have his channel. We join together, do a live together. So what happened is it's like two channels connect at one. Some of you guys came to my channel in the chat room. He had his own chat room as well. So I'm trying to promote both of us. That's why I said to come to our channel, come to my channel, you see the link there. So what I might have to do for this coming week, I might have to promote my channel, I promote your channel as well. So everybody can see your channel those. But we have too many we'll know what might happen. We have too many audience. Some may come on my side, some may come on your side, and we just
Yeah.
compound.
Yeah.
The way I tell you, going down the line, we might have to get one channel for this podcast on and have it all in one place.
Yeah. I'm
Because this alternate is unique. I like how it works because this is the first time we've seen it doing it live, whereby we
yeah.
got two channels combined as one and we're doing it live together.
Yeah. Yeah, that's coming. I'm gonna put this podcast on its own channel because
We might
I
have
think
to
yeah, it works out better.
because I see the chat on my end without my YouTube channel, and it may not come on your end. Because if they open, let's say they come on your end, it will come combine with this one. You see it on the R stream.
Yeah.
And I was thinking about just now, like what if it just I may have 40 on my side, you might have 50 on your side, it will be compounded and it will just
Yeah.
so like if we need to create a channel for this alone.
Yeah.
We might have to do that just for the sake of it.
Yeah. 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 I got no problem with that. I mean,
We work on
I
that. We'll
think
work on that for now later on.
yeah,
When we get
we'll work.
everything set up,
Yeah,
we just
work on
label it
that.
that the SMB podcast channel. Just both co-host together. They need to get a whole design, get an introductory. Just one guy, he's good at it. Blackman Unfiltered Network. I think he's pretty good at doing introduction videos with some good
Okay.
sound, some good soundtrack on it.
Yeah.
I'll go reach out to him.
All right. So you got anything else before I end it?
Uh, what I can say, pace yourself. Don't burn yourself out. Stay away from the espresso. Really, JB, 67 espresso a day.
Yeah,
You're a
man.
young dude. You don't have
That's
kids yet,
that's too much right there.
and
It's too.
God forbid you do get married. I feel sorry for your wife. 67 espresso.
Yeah, man.
You gonna overcharge, and like I said, I feel sorry for your future wife. She might take the blunt of it. She will really know you had a burnout. You take it out on her. But for that, I'll pray for her. She want to be strong for you.
All right. So I'm gonna end the stream. Later, everybody.
Later. Enjoy your evenings.